Well, hello. Hi, it's me. Welcome. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. If you are new to the stream, wherever you're watching, we're live in a ton of places tonight. My name is Brandon. I make YouTube videos, I make online content, and I wanted to have a New Year's Eve party with you, have a little bit of fun, and just kind of enjoy a new start to New Year's. It's been a rough year, and I thought we could all use some time to just relax, unwind, have a cocktail, and enjoy an evening of silliness and fun. So that's the hope. It's supposed to be kind of a fun, relaxing evening, and I'm hoping that it is. I'm hoping that it's a lot of fun. I'm hoping that we can kind of hang out, we can chill, and oh, I got a fly in here. Oh man. Oh no. Wow, what a good way to start the broadcast. But yes, it's supposed to be kind of a fun, relaxing evening. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play some games. So if you're watching at home, wherever you're watching, pour yourself a nice drink, get yourself a glass of wine, get yourself kind of set up, get comfortable, and we're going to have hopefully an enjoyable evening. It's been challenging this year. 2020 has been rough for the whole world. And I'll be honest, this is probably the most dressed up I have gotten since March. Isn't that horrible? Isn't that awful? This is probably the most dressed up I've been in quite a long time. So, you know, here we are. You got to have your reasons, right? And this is my reason. So if you're watching, wherever you're watching on Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, or Facebook, make sure you leave a comment down below. We can chat live. I want to know what your New Year's Eve plans are. What are you doing this New Year's Eve? And what are you up to? Are you staying in? Are you in your PJs? Did you make some fun appetizers? What's your plan? And a little talking a year. It's been a fun and kind of unwind a little bit, but this was supposed to be a really great year. I think everybody's kind of jokes that they said that, right? That 2020 was the year of me and it was going to be a good year. I started out the year last year, started out 2020 in London, having just a crazy time. We were karaokeing out at pubs. We had a blast. Traveled all over for a while over France. Was supposed to continue traveling and going, and then of course everything shut down. So we were evacuated back to the States. I guess is evacuated the right word? Yeah, maybe, I guess. Suddenly transported on an unplanned last minute flight back to the States. And I had not had, a apartment or anything in like years because I had been traveling full time. So, for me, it was a rush of figuring out, where to live, where to go, what to do. So it was certainly crazy in that aspect. And I know it's been crazy for a lot of you. And I know it's been challenging, and I know it's been a wild year, but it's over. That's the good news. It's over. We're almost done, and that's kind of what this stream is about. I wanted to invite you into my little room here to chat about the good news of 2020 and the positives of 2021, and mostly just to chill and unwind and relax. This is the nice part about doing it like this, is we've all, I feel like, those of us who've been lucky enough to work from home, not me, because I used to travel for a living, can't do that, but those of us that have been lucky enough to work from home are a little zoomed out, right? Like you're tired of getting on the Zoom calls and tired of having to sit there and be presentable. This is great because you don't have to. I'll do it for you. I'll sit here and be presentable. You don't have to turn a camera on. You can just watch, and we'll kind of chill out. We'll kind of relax a little bit. We will play some games later in the show. We're going to have some guests on as well, so it should be a really fun evening. And I'm excited. I'm ready for this year to be over. But anyway, let's talk about some good things that happened in 2020. There were some good things that happened despite all the craziness and all the chaos. There's some good news out there. There's some good stuff. List them off, and just remind you that it was sucky, it was rough, but it is over, and some good things did happen. So the film Parasite, Bong Joon-ho made history as the first Korean to win the Best Directing Oscar. Finland gave dads time off to be with their kids, so that's good. That's good news, right? And get this, 14 months. Wow, that's a lot of time. Congo discharged its last Ebola patient. Dogs trained to protect wildlife have saved 45 rhinos from poachers in South Africa. People around the world rose up together to protest against racial injustice and police brutality. That's good. Crayola unveiled its new inclusive skin tone crayons, so more good news there. The Supreme Court rejected the administration's effort to end DACA. The Dreamers are still here. The Supreme Court ruled that LGBT employees are protected by civil rights employment statuses. Animal shelters, thanks to the stay-at-home orders, are now more empty than ever. That's good news. Everybody's getting puppies. All my friends are getting puppies. And I kind of feel like, should I get a puppy? I don't know if I'm responsible enough to take care of a puppy. I don't know. But everybody I know is getting dogs, so I guess there's something to be said for that, right? Polio was officially eradicated on the African continent, so that's really good news. What else happened that was good? Scotland became the first country to make feminine hygiene products free, so you can get your period products without having to pay for them. More good news. Even though the pandemic happened, we did drive carbon emissions down. Global carbon emissions fell by a record amounts. The 2020 election, we had the most participated election in 120 years. We had some good things happening. We had the fastest production of a vaccine in history. So, it's not all bad. We did okay. It was a rough year, and it was challenging in many ways, but we did okay, and that's what matters. And then it's over. We're done. We've got T-minus 3 hours, and this year is over and done with. If you're just joining the stream, hello, hi, welcome, my name's Brandon. We're just having a relaxing, chill night tonight. We'll see how long the jacket lasts, because it's kind of toasty, so I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I just wanted to chill, I just wanted to hang out with you guys, and send the year off. Send the year off and enjoy one evening. And I thought, what better way to do it than broadcasting? Because everybody's tired of Zoom. So if you are just joining, leave a comment below. Let me know, what are you doing for your New Year's Eve? I have been not really doing a whole lot. I set up this stream today and had a nice little dinner, and that was about it. So I've had a relaxing day. I don't know about you, but it's not all lost. So that was the point I wanted to make with that. It's 2020 was a year I think we'll look back on and we'll go, wow, what a weird time. Everybody will have a collective PTSD, I think, from the year. And, that's okay, because we'll keep moving forward and we'll keep doing better. It's all going to get better from here. It can't get worse, right? Cheers. If you're at home, I'm just drinking some red wine, and I have some champagne for later if we get that far. But we'll see how long we last. So let's look forward to 2021. I think there's some good things on the horizon. I think we've got some really great things happening, and I feel optimistic. I feel positive. I feel ready to jump into the year. It's going to be, I think we're going to see good progress. I was joking that, after the last pandemic in 1918, we had the Roaring 20s the other day. So hopefully that's coming back. I'm hopeful. Mark says, "Hello, party animal." Woo! Hey, Mark. Listen, we're cheers, cheers to you, my good friend. Mark is part of the IBMTV family. They're the ones who are supporting the show today, making the broadcast possible. And I think we'll have maybe some of them pop in here during the stream. But it's nice. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. What are you up to this New Year's? What are your big New Year's Eve plans, Mr. Mark? Are you doing anything exciting? Um, this is the most exciting I am. This is the most I've gotten dressed up since March. The last time I wore this would have been mid-March at a club, probably. That's the last time I would have worn something like this. So we needed an excuse, though, right? We needed it. We needed a reason to get dressed up. We needed a reason to have a socially distant party. And that's what we're doing. That's what this is. So 2021, man, it's coming. It's almost here. It's almost here, and it's going to be good. We're going to have a good year. The vaccine's already started to roll out. We've already had millions of, I think almost 1 million people that have been vaccinated in the United States. We've had a lot of good things happening here towards the end of 2020, and I think we're going to keep pushing it into 2021, and we're going to have a really good time. Mark says he's just chilling and taking it easy. That's the way to do it. That's chill, take it easy, pour yourself a glass of wine or a fancy cocktail, relax, and you know what? Take off your socks and shoes, kick your feet up. It's going to be a good evening for all of us. Terry's here. Hi, Terry. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I hope you're having a good evening with us. Hope you're having a fun New Year's. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I think part of what reason I'm ready is people have been shooting off fireworks since like yesterday here in the Tampa Bay area. So people have really been going wild with the fireworks. So it feels like New Year's should have already happened because there's been so many fireworks. But we're kind of hanging out. I think around midnight it's going to get loud. I don't know if you'll be able to hear anything on the stream, but I think we're going to have a lot of fireworks. And the other fun thing about fireworks in this neighborhood or this area is we have the Ring cameras, the security cameras, that do like doorbell cameras and alerts and stuff. And they have a community section where you can see like what your neighbors report, and they can post like videos from their own devices. So for some reason, the last day or so, everybody's been shooting fireworks off in preparation for New Year's Eve, and we keep getting these alerts on our Ring app. Oh, there's gunshots. People are shooting all over. People are shooting guns into the air. People are shooting. And everyone's commenting back like, those are just fireworks. Like, it's okay. Calm down. Like, we'll be okay. Which cracks me up. I think it's hysterical that everyone's so, here's the fireworks and thinks they're gunshots. And then their response is to not do something about it. Their response is to get on the Ring app and make a community post. It just cracks me up. Anyway, hopefully we'll hopefully we won't have to play that game in as much in 2021. The game of are those gunshots or fireworks? Because hopefully we'll get better as a society. But that's kind of the next thing I wanted to talk about. Is I think we're stepping into a good year. I think it's going to be a good year for everybody. I think a lot of estimates are that by the spring we'll have a majority of people, at least in the U.S., vaccinated. Hopefully that means by fall we get some live entertainment back. Everybody can go to their concerts, and hopefully by the end of the year we'll be traveling again. We'll be visiting each other again and able to be together. That's my hope. I don't know if we'll quite get all the way back to normal, but I'm hoping we get close. I'm hoping we get closer in 2021. And I think we'll get there. I think we'll get closer to there. I do think that, and I do want to just like remind everyone, and the reason we're doing this New Year's Eve virtual socially distanced party is because that's important to still be doing those things. I don't want to sound condescending, but you got to keep wearing your masks. You got to keep doing the social distancing. You got to keep staying at home when you can. Only go out when you absolutely have to, because we're not through it yet. Sorry, I'm wearing, this is such a weird thing for me because I'm wearing like in-ears, like concert in-ears now, so I'm all wired up, and I can't decide if I like the mobility of them. I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm wearing like these little doohickeys so that when guests come and stuff, I can hear. But anyway, sorry, I'm on a tangent again. Um, I do, yeah, it is important to continue staying safe, staying, away. I want to get back to normal as fast as possible, and I can't do that without your help. So, stay at home, wear your mask, be nice to others, support your local businesses, support your local artists, and we'll get back to normal a little faster. But this is it, y'all. We did it. We got through the year. I kind of feel like it was March. I closed my eyes, I woke up, and now it's the end of the year. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just, it just feels like we blinked and lost all this time. And I'm hoping we don't lose time in 2021. I think that's the other thing that we learned this year that's a good thing, or at least that I learned, is that time is valuable, man. Like, time's important. The time we have to be with other people, the time we have to, gather together, the time we have to laugh together, to go do something exciting, or just to do something simple, just to, go over to a friend's house and watch a movie with them. I think that's one thing we've really learned, is that time is important. It's important to value your time and to value other people's time. Because I feel like we lost a lot of time this year. I know we didn't, but it doesn't feel like time was linear this year. It feels like time kind of came and went, and, it really does feel like I just closed my eyes one day in March, and now that's it, the whole year's gone. So, yeah, just a reminder to value your time with others, and value your time out and about. I think that's a good lesson that we learned this year. Or I'm hoping that's a lesson that we learned this year. I do think that we're gonna get there. We're gonna get better in 2021, and I have good feelings. I don't know. I feel optimistic. I feel like we're gonna be able to grow closer. I think that I'm a big theater person, right? I've always enjoyed theater. We used to go to shows, that would tour through Playhouse Square in Cleveland. And I don't know how familiar y'all are with with musical theater, but the opening of Wicked, in the first number, Glinda the Good Witch comes down in this big bubble, and her first line is, well, it's good to see me, isn't it? And I'm waiting for that to start. When we start doing theater again, I'm waiting for the absolute roar in the room when she says that line. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that we're gonna get better in 2021, and I think we're gonna appreciate our time together more. I think we're going to enjoy the time we have more. So, I'm waiting for that roar as she comes down in the bubble and says, "It's good to see me again, isn't it?" And the theater just blows its roof off and loses its mind, because we're all appreciating that so much more. I think that, I think it'll be great. So I'm hopeful for that. Mark says we're in the middle of a Benjamin Button movie. I think you're right, Mark. I think we are in the middle of a Benjamin Button movie. Time's gone all loopty-loopty. It's like the TV show The Good Place, or like Doctor Who, and time just kind of like that. It's just been crazy, because it feels like it's every day just drags on, but all of a sudden now it's the end of the year, like we're here, and holy cow, so I don't know. I think that what is time? It's just something we made up. It's just a capitalist ploy. 8 hours a day. That's all. That's the only reason we need to know what time it is. Just is the sun up or is the sun down? There you go. Is it cold or is it hot? Time's been a bit of an illusion this year, I think. It's been real strange. But we did have some good things that happened this year. And you know what? We're going to have some more, I think, happening soon. We've got January coming up, and there's, obviously the inauguration happens in January. We get rid of a little bit of the toxicity that we have flowing right now, hopefully, and we get a little bit more, sense going on up top, and hopefully that just calms things down for a little while, because that's what we need. The country collectively needs a Xanax, and the rest of the world probably needs a Xanax from, I think, watching our country this year. So one of the things, I don't really make resolutions. I don't know that I am a big resolutions person, but I do like to set goals for myself. And this year's different because I'm doing Amanda, what are you doing watching? What? All right, yeah, you go enjoy your evening. Don't pay attention to me. Get out of here, you. So I don't really like to set do resolutions. I don't think that that's a great way to I don't think that that's a great way to move forward, because resolutions are so easy to break. Jimmy agrees that we all need a Xanax. I think you're right, Jimmy. We all collectively need like an Ativan or a Xanax or something. I like to set goals, and so for me, goals, I try to set them regularly. I don't always make them. You can ask Amanda; she's one of my roommates. She knows that I set goals and that I fail a lot, and that's okay. It's okay to fail. Oh gosh, I'm pulling all the cables here. There we go. It's probably better that way. I think that failure is okay when you're setting goals, but when you set a New Year's resolution, it gets so tricky to follow through, because it feels like, well, let's just fall back into old habits. You set all these wackadoo, wild resolutions for yourself, and you don't use measurable goals. You just set big, giant resolutions for yourself to accomplish. You don't give yourself steps to get there. You don't take baby steps. And usually the goals are big lifestyle changes. That's the other thing to think about, is that usually you set goals like, I'm going to lose weight, but you don't give it a number. Or if you do give a number, you give too big of a number. I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Yeah, okay. Me too. I'm going to lose all this weight this year, or I'm going to go vegan, big drastic lifestyle change. And for me, I find that doesn't work, because then it gets hard to follow through. It gets hard to stay accountable, and you don't measure it. You have no way to measure it for yourself. So I like to set small goals, small accomplishable goals. And I usually try to set a couple goals that are measurable, and a couple goals that are more like, I guess, the feel goals. I don't know, what do you call them? The goals of, I want to do better as a person kind of goals. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Terry's also on the resolutions are hard. It's hard. They're big to accomplish. It's a lot to do. So I like to set small, measurable goals. So for me, I've kept it really simple this year, because this year I've learned how hard it is to just to like get up in the morning and function. Because some days it kind of feels like, what's the point, But this year I'm trying to set some small, achievable goals for myself. And that's hard to do. Let me tell you, that's way hard to do. So one of the goals is I want to walk every day. I didn't say exercise. I specifically chose to not say I'm going to exercise every day, because that to me is intimidating. I'm going to lift weights, go to the gym and exercise, but I just need to walk every day. I just need to get outside and be physical for a little bit of time, just once a day. And if that means some days I go to the gym and I go hard, I bought some resistance bands to do workout at home, stuff like that. Maybe that's great. But if I just walk every day, I'll be happier. The other kind of measurable goal I have is to consciously drink more water, because I feel like I quit drinking water in March, No, but I do. I want to try and drink more water. So for me, those a little bit better. He says flat, so I've gone. I think there's a part of it that we probably just know for a lot of this year where it kind of felt like and gaining weight. I've gained probably 30 pounds since March, if not more. And it was so hard to get the effort in to lose some of that weight because it felt like, well, what's the point? I'm not going anywhere. No one's going to see me. So I think that's a big part of it, Jennifer. I think that's a big part of why we collectively as a society stopped moving and kind of gave up because it did. It felt like, well, what's the point? And for me, a big part of what has helped me get a little bit back on track is making it really achievable. So making those small goals, saying I'm just going to move once a day. I'm going to go for a walk, be physical once a day, even if I'm not going crazy. And some days I do. Some days I, do home exercises and do the bands. And, I'm on the floor and I have a rug now that I lay on to exercise because the floor is hardwoods and it's not great to lay on. But I do that, to try and just do something physical once a day. And so making it really achievable is what really, I think, helped me in this way. Thomas says he uses the Mios. Hi, Thomas. Welcome to the live stream. Happy New Year, buddy. Thomas and I used to work together, and he has the best shoes. If you ever need shoe advice, this is the guy. Oh, point this way. This is the guy to go to. You got the best shoes, buddy. He uses the Mios water flavorings. For me, lemon water's helped. Cutting up a lemon and throwing it in to make it taste fun. But it's just consciously making decisions like that, right? I'm going to try and do a little bit better. I'm not going to set a big resolution for New Year's. I'm not going to do something crazy. I just want to be a little bit better. I just want to do a little bit better. And then slowly increase, I think that's a big part of it. I think setting those achievable, concrete goals are important. So if you're here watching, leave a little comment below. What are your New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions? I don't know what the right terminology is for that. But leave a little comment below and let me know what your New Year's goals are, what your New Year's resolutions are. I'll be curious. Be curious to know what y'all are up to. Also, if you're drinking, what are you drinking? I got my box of wine over here, and I have some champagne for later. We're gonna pop it. It's gonna be fun. I might get it all over all this technology and ruin everything. Hard to say, because I have so much stuff set up right now. Like, I know it looks like it's organized, but where I'm looking at y'all, it is a mess. Maybe I'll do like a behind the scenes Instagram video of this because I have like 4 lights, 2 laptops. I have the in-ears that are, plugged in, and I have the wireless lapel that I've got. And then that goes into the computer, and that goes into that, and then there's an HDMI into the TV. I mean, it's literally, there's so much technology. So when we go to pop this champagne, I might just and fall over. You never know. Um, Kim says she's drinking water. Good for you with the water. I'm telling you, this show is brought to you by water, H2O. That's what this show is brought to you by. Oh, thanks, Amanda. Do you recognize it? It's very Pinteresty. What are both of you doing here? You guys need to go have fun, both of you. I'm yelling at the computer now. That's how my night's going. Thank you. This is, Amanda would like me to point out, I think, that this is her bar cart. I took it out of the living room and to use it as set dressing because it's pretty, right? She's got all sorts of Pinteresty stuff. So, you know, I wanted you to be here in spirit. I wanted you to be able to be in the stream in spirit. So we had to, we had to decorate somehow, right? Kim says, wow, box of wine, big old box of wine. That's the way to do it. That's the way to live. Tommy's here too. Y'all are here. Oh my gosh. You guys are all, you guys are so sweet. We miss you. I miss you too. I hope you're having lots of fun, and I hope you're having a great night. Take lots of pictures and party hard and enjoy your evening. Mark says a goal every year. His goal is to be organized and get more return for his work, but that's a goal every year. Yeah, I support that. Be more organized. I try to be more organized. I'm always downloading the newest app to be a little bit more organized. Oh, and Nako's here too. Nako says, drink tequila. Oh man, is there tequila down there? Listen, let me tell you a story about tequila because it's because I can. I don't drink tequila. Nako's the only person who's been able to get me to drink tequila, because the last time I indulged in tequila, I can't drink it. Last time I indulged in tequila, I was 22, probably, and I was in, I don't remember where, Columbus, Ohio, I think. We were performing at the Majestic, or one of the theaters down there, and we had some tequila that night. I woke up the next day 2 hours away in Cleveland, Ohio, in a parking lot of a DoubleTree hotel, in the snow with the warm, complimentary DoubleTree cookies around me. No idea how I got to Cleveland. I was on tour, I didn't have a car, no idea. So I don't drink tequila anymore. But I am having some wine for you, Mr. Nako, so we'll cheers to that. I hope you guys are enjoying your evening. Mark says he has a couple of cold ones waiting at midnight. That's a good way to celebrate. Crack open a cold one. Well, listen, Mark, when we pop the champagne, we'll pop it open and you can crack your beer at the same time. What's your beer of choice? Can I add? I mean, we're sponsored by IBMTV, so I should say that before we mention another brand. You know, another brand. What's your beer of choice? And Amanda, if you're still here, which you know, thanks for tuning in. What's your drink tonight? You drink probably tequila too, huh? You and Nako both. So I do want to shout out to the sponsors, IBMTV. Let me pull up their little logo. That didn't last very long. Anyway, we are sponsored by IBMTV. They're international broadcast media. They have over 62 shows, broadcast in 123 countries. So if you're getting to the end of your Netflix queue and you're ready for something fun to watch and you're ready to indulge in some more digital content, you can go check out all of their shows at ibmtv.tv. So thanks to them for supporting the broadcast tonight. I miss you, buddy. I miss you too, Nako. I hope you're having a great night. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve, and I hope you have a really great start to 2021. Do you know why I think 2020 was so bad? Oh man, this is getting bad. Amanda's drinking tequila, so everybody's having a drink in the chat. If you're just joining in, in the chat, pour yourself a little glass of something, or get a shaker, get a fun cocktail, get something fun. We're going for it tonight. We're living it. We are going to play some games later. It's just the opening monologue section, so we're still monologuing 30 minutes in. But it's a 3-hour show. It'll be fine. But we do have some trivia we are going to play, and I do have some interactive games that we're going to play together. So if you are at home, make sure your cell phones are charged, because later when we get some folks in the stream, we'll play some games, and that'll be a lot of fun. But yes, crack open, pour yourself a nice drink of something. Oh my gosh, the fireworks are like right here. This is also, I don't know how many people can tell. I'm wearing, my roommate let me borrow in-ears for the show today, and I feel like a robot because they're running down the back of my neck into my little doohickey, and then I have the microphone on the front running down. So I feel like I can't turn my head. I feel like I'm in a mascot suit. You know, I got to do that to turn. I don't know. Maybe that was, I don't know. I thought it was better than the big headphones to wear something like that. Thomas is having cream soda Dr. Pepper. Well, I like the cream soda part, but I don't know if I can get behind the Dr. Pepper part. Yeah, I don't know if I can go full Dr. Pepper. I've always thought it tastes like medicine. I've never liked this stuff. But anyway, while Amanda's drinking tequila, Mark's drinking some Heineken, some Coronas. You know what I really like is Sol. I don't know. It's a Spanish beer or Mexican beer, maybe. It's really good. And I'm not a big beer person. So everybody's having a drink. We're feeling loosey-goosey. It's just like eventually I'm going to be like laying sideways on. This is the bad thing about this stream is I gave myself a wireless microphone to wear instead of having the thing sticking out. If you tune into my other live streams, you know, usually I use like a handheld microphone in front of my face. I gave myself a wireless microphone, so if I get a little too drunk, I'm gonna be, you know, like that on the on the sofa, laying across it with my jacket over my face. That's the goal. No, this is why you got to be careful, because they say whatever you're doing at midnight. I don't know if this is true. I think Mark said this earlier today too, when we were talking. They say whatever you're doing at midnight on New Year's Eve is what you're gonna be doing for the rest of the year. So that explains it, because I think I was probably drinking on midnight at New Year's Eve last year, and that's all I've done in 2020 is sit at home and drink. That's not true. We were karaokeing last year. At this time, we were out at a karaoke bar, in Greenwich, I think. Katie, I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, was it Greenwich? I like that. Do you like that I talk? I talk like to the camera, but then when I talk to the audience, I talk to the chat. They're like, I feel like I'm, look at that. Anyway, if you are just joining the stream, welcome. Hi, my name's Brandon. We're having a drink, we're relaxing. We're gonna play some games later, maybe listen to some good music, maybe kind of hang out. We have some guests who will be popping in throughout the evening. And we're relaxing because we need it. Listen, it's been a rough year. It's been a super challenging year, and we need a little bit of relaxing. Oh, and look, there's our sponsor, International Media Broadcast Television, IBMTV, International Broadcast Media Television. Cheers! Thank you for supporting the show. Thomas says he was on tour last New Year's Eve. Yes, me too. I was, but I think it's supposed to be specific. I think it's supposed to be like, at the moment of the bell strikes midnight, what were you doing? I was singing karaoke and probably drinking red wine. So I guess it worked out in 2020. That's all I did was sit at home, sing karaoke, and drink wine. But what was I doing the year before that? The year before that, we were playing games. So 2019 would have been the year of games for me. Year before that, 2018? What was I doing 28? What did I do New Year's? What the heck did I do the 2018 New Year? I would have been on tour too, right? Would have been traveling. We played Stockton. We were in Stockton, California, and we were eating, I think probably at midnight. So they say that what you're doing on midnight is what you'll be doing all year long. So tonight, just in case, listen, I'm not religious or anything, but got to get that karma in because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what works. So first of all, everybody's going to yell Jumanji at midnight. We want to make sure we end this crazy board game. Stroke of midnight. Make sure it's something you're getting ready to be ready to do all year. Mark says last year he was at the beach of North Carolina toasting with his family. Oh man, I like the beaches up there. Virginia Beach is really pretty, and going down to like, what's the beach in Virginia Beach? You go down south like 2 beaches, I guess, I don't know, and it's not Wilmington, it's Carolina Beach, maybe? Is that what it is? And then Myrtle Beach is like south of that. Somebody from North Carolina needs to figure it out. Nick says, Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in, Nick. Hi, welcome to the stream. We're talking about the Carolinas, mostly because we've got a bunch of Carolinians in the chat. Happy New Year. Cheers to you, good sir. I hope it's wonderful. I hope it's fabulous. I hope you hang out for our games later. We're going to play some trivia. Or we're going to try. I don't know how it'll go. And, I'm sure you'll get most of the questions right because you're a very, very smart cookie. Mark says, 2 New Years before, he was at a friend's house in Vegas. And 3 years ago, you were on your first cruise. Ooh, dancing during New Year's on the ocean. That sounds like fun. I've never been on a cruise, so maybe I'll have to add that to my bucket list. And it was Carolina Beach, you think? I think it's Carolina Beach that I really like. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I think that's what it is. So as we go into the new year, as we go into 2021, if you have any New Year's goals or resolutions, leave them in the little chat below. I'm curious. I'm curious what you guys are hoping for. I really just want to do some tangible things. So we talked about being physical once a day, like getting up and walking once a day. We talked about drinking more water. The other thing I want to do in this coming year, this year that's here in a few hours, is I want to be more empathetic, and I don't know how you measure that. I don't know how. I guess you just try to listen more, talk less, listen more. That's a good start, I think, probably. That's kind of one of my feel-good goals that aren't necessarily measurable, but are still something I want to try and step towards. I definitely want to be a little bit more empathetic. And then I also, I want to be a little bit more patient, because I am not patient. And this year's really shown me that, because I usually have a lot of things happening and stuff going on. And this year has been a year where I have nowhere to be in a hurry. Leaving like work or going to the grocery store. I've always been in a rush to get to the next place, to get the next thing happening. And this year I've learned that I don't need to do that. That I can take my time, because I've noticed I still rush. Coming home from the grocery store, coming home from wherever it is I'm at, I'm in a hurry to get there and to do the next thing. So for me, patience is a big thing that I'm really looking forward to growing that skill set, I think, in the new year. Patience and empathy. So those are my 4 goals this year. Oh, and Daphne's here. She says she's having some Chardonnay. Cheers, Daphne. I hope you like the shirts you got. Daphne's been one of my longest running supporters since like since like 2015 probably. Daphne, your girlfriend loves the Explore sweater. Oh, good. I'm glad. I like the Explore stuff. I was really proud of that. I had never really designed merchandise before, so I think I was really proud of it. So thank you so much for getting and gifting some thebrandonscott.com merchandise. But yeah, Daphne, I'm glad you're here. It's been, I think you've been one of my supporters since the early days of me doing digital media. So thank you, and I hope everything's going well with you. Also, you should check out Daphne's channel. She is hysterical in every way, so she's a lot of fun there. You should also check out the IBMTV channel, who support the show. If you're watching on the IBMTV platform, because it is being broadcast there as well. If you're not watching on the platform, click on over and check them out. It'll help you out when you start to get bored of Netflix and you've had as much House of Cards as you can bit. Well, we don't watch that anymore. We watch what's something that's not it wasn't with Kevin Spacey. The Good Place. Once you're finished binging that, you can hop on over to the IBMTV network. You can't say House of Cards, Brandon. He's in jail or something now, isn't he? God, heavens above. This is how you know I need to have some more wine. Oh my gosh. Heavens above. So those are my goals. Those are my New Year's goals. I guess you could call them my resolutions. I want to be physically active once a day. I want to drink more water, and I want to be more empathetic, and I want to be more patient. That's what I'm hoping for in 2021. If I can accomplish all those things, that would be good. I would feel good. And I think that's kind of what I wanted to communicate to you is your New Year's Eve, your resolutions kind of going to the new year, whatever they are, try to make them small and accomplishable and measurable and, something that isn't going to require a big lifestyle change. Because we've had enough big lifestyle changes in 2020. We're ready to we're ready to have some stability. So find a goal that's small, that's measurable, that's achievable, and something you can just do a little bit at a time. That's, I think, the best thing you can do for yourself when it comes to going into 2021. Kim says one New Year she was at Disney, overlooking all 3 parks, and that's where else you can do that? Texas. Texas is so flat. When I lived in San Antonio, from my balcony, you could see fireworks in like 360 degrees just everywhere. It was so flat. So yeah, I support that. Mark says he has a wine story. Way back in college in the 80s, you went to a beer drinking campus at Marquette, so you would intentionally order wines just to be different. I'm just not a big beer person, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not a huge beer guy. I get so bloated. I don't know. Kim says her favorite New Year's Eve was sitting around the campfire, steaming oysters and drinking bourbon. That sounds really nice. That sounds really, really nice. Thomas says one of his goals is to spend more quality time with his parents. Yes, do. Spend as much time with them as you can, because once they're gone, you're alone in the world, it feels like. So, spend a lot of time with them. I definitely want to spend more time with my grandparents as well. I'm hoping that once the pandemic calms down a little, we can make that possible. And Kim says that, oh, thanks, Kim. I'm glad we met in 2020. That's a good thing that came out of 2020, right? There were some good things that came out of 2020. So it's going to get better. We're going to get there. We're going to be okay. And 2021 is going to be a good year. It's going to be a year of betterment. And I think, hopefully collective gathering, hopefully a world where we can all kind of come together and do better by each other as well as by ourselves. I think that's important, and I hope that we get closer to that. I hope that we're able to gather to support each other soon, and be there for each other and have fun. But you know what? We did it. We got through the year. We've still got a long way to go to get through the pandemic. We'll get there. We made excellent progress this year, and we'll get there. It'll be okay. It's going to be a good year in 2021. We're going to have a good time. And I hope you feel optimistic about the new year, because you got to, right? You have to. You have to. I don't want to. I jokingly say it can't get any worse, but you have to try to feel better and more optimistic about moving into the new year. You know, Mark says a year of hope and unity, and really wants to see people being together at festivals, concerts. Yes, bring back performing arts theater. You know, we have to remember that a lot of the performing artists have been completely out of work since March, and you know, a lot of them were either unable to get unemployment or any sort of federal assistance, or any form of work at all. And you know, some people have been doing that for their careers. So that's, yeah, you got. I hope we support the artists. I hope we get back out to theater, to concerts, to live entertainment, and we're gonna make a Roaring Twenties party every month. I support that. We all get dressed up in our top hats with our monocles. What did people wear in the 20s? It's a Great Gatsby, right? So like tuxes, top hats, with penguin tails. We'll get all dressed up once a month and have a Roaring Twenties party, regardless of what's happening. I think we need that. I support that 100%. I do think that every month in the new year, I think we should check in at least with somebody. Find a check-in friend, a buddy to check in with, and how are you doing? Because A, therapy is expensive, and B, you know, we need to have that level of communication. One of the things that strikes me a lot whenever, you know, like in the UK, for example, they say "y'all right" as like a greeting. Here we say "how are you?" You know, we'll say "hey, how are you?" As just a hello, and we don't actually expect an answer from each other. You know, we just say it casually as a way to say hello. Hey, how are you? How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you? We say it so casually. I think we need to stop saying it so casually and actually mean it. You know, actually stop and go, hey, I know it's been a challenging year. You know, it's been maybe a challenging day. Maybe it's been a good day. But I want to hear the answer when I say, how are you? So I hope we get there, you know, to a point where we ask, how are you? And we genuinely mean it. And we genuinely want to know how, you know, how the other person is. And we're willing to listen to the response. So I hope that 2021 is the year of how are yous. People actually checking in on each other and saying, like, you know, tell me what's going on. I'm there and ready to listen. I'm in that mind space. I'm ready to hear about your problems. And, you know, I think that that'll make a big difference in people's lives. Because we do say that a lot, right? We do kind of casually throw out the, hey, how are yous? And I think it's important to actually follow up and say, I mean it, how are you? I think we need that collectively. I do. So coming up here later in the show, we're gonna try and play some games. I do before we kind of get too far, I do want to, I guess, plug. I don't know. So obviously, some of you are watching this probably on my YouTube channel or my Facebook page. But if you're watching it elsewhere, I'd encourage you to go to my YouTube channel to watch it and leave a comment there, and we can chat there, and then subscribe. So if you aren't super familiar with me and what I do, I make digital media videos. I make YouTube videos and do online stuff. So definitely something to check out. However, the other place you should go is, here we go, see if I pull this up. Boom. And you can also watch the stream there. So if you are just joining the stream, those are the two best places to visit. It looks like we have a friend popping in to say hello. Miss Amy. Hello. Hi, how are you? You're muted.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What are you doing? Anything fun and exciting? What's your evening like?
I just finished cleaning a lot.
So productive.
Yeah, exciting times, Off at work for 2 weeks and doing all the cleaning that everyone else did back in April.
Okay. The spring cleaning a little late in the year. I mean, it kind of still is April, right? I feel like we all closed our eyes in March and we just woke up, and now it's like, here we are at the end of the year. It just blew by so fast.
It did. I have no concept of time this year.
It's wibbly wobbly. Well, at least you're being productive. At least I'm just kind of sitting here gabbing. At least you're being productive on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's the only thing to keep busy when
Trying.
nothing entertaining to do, basically.
At least trying to be productive. Yeah, and it's true. What are you gonna do? There's not a lot of stuff to go out and do. So what are you hoping for in 2021? What are you looking forward to? I was just kind of going over New Year's resolutions. What are you hoping for in this coming year?
Full-time job with benefits.
Oh, sorry, there was
Yeah,
a delay.
I can hear you
I was
now.
like, oh.
Hold on. I think my Wi-Fi crapped out. Let me check.
Okay. Technology's great when it works, right?
Yeah, I don't get the best signal down here in the basement cave, so.
Anyway, so I was asking, what are your hopes? What are you hoping for in 2021? What are your goals? What are you hoping we do as a society, and what are you hoping for?
It's just got to be better than this. I'm hoping to at least have full-time and benefits next year, just to get by at this point. I'm hoping the vaccine works. Like, I'm leery, but hoping that it works so that we can have some semblance of life back.
And that enough people take it to actually make a difference.
Yeah. That's all over the news here because not enough people are taking it, apparently.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's been we've seen, I think, this year how skeptical people can be of scientists. So,
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to a few friends that are a little more deeper in the development of it, and supposedly they've not been cutting corners on it. They've just focused all the energy into it. So I'm hoping that that's more reassuring than what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
But
well,
I'm also not going to be.
Hopefully it means this year we get to hug and be in contact with people again. I'm
oh God,
hoping
I hope
that
so.
we get there by the end of the year. That's one of my big hopes.
We got a lot
Thomas
to make up for after this
year.
Says
hello. And he's checking in. We got some other folks checking in there in the chat. We do have a lot to make up for this year, and hopefully, like you said, time's been crazy this year. Like, it's been so wibbly wobbly and stretched and shrunk and grown, and like the timeline doesn't seem to exist anymore. So I'm hoping
it doesn't.
We all appreciate our time with people more next year too.
Well, and today actually is the first time in 15 years that I completely unpacked all of my suitcases, put everything away. I put my suitcases away. It's
wow. How does that feel?
I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about that. But I decided I didn't want to start the new year with still looking at my suitcases sitting there staring back at me. So
reminders, ghosts from the past, really.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right now I'm just excited.
Well,
I need March and spring to come so that I can start a garden again. Because I have all these ideas and something to focus my energy and attention on.
Yeah. gardening is a good I thought about starting a garden here, but I feel like
You
it's
have
I don't know.
year-round
I feel like
summer. Of course you can.
yeah, but it's only like we're only in this house for like 6 months. So, what am we're gonna start a whole garden and then abandon it in the summer?
That's why you started in easy to move pots, and then you can take them with you.
Well, that's not really. That's more of like a weed garden, then, isn't it? That's if you have it all in pots. Oh Lord.
It's called a patio
Heavens
garden.
above. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not in the gardening scene. I don't. Look at me. You think I go out and garden in this? What do I look like?
Well, I've
Look like
seen
a
weirder.
crazy person with a leather jacket on in my own house. So we also were talking about goals a little bit. What do you have any resolutions or goals for the new year for yourself? I want to be more physically active, drink more water, be more empathetic, and be more patient. Those are my goals.
Those are good goals. Honestly, I haven't really thought about any. It's more survival mode, I think.
Get through
Everything I
it. I
try to
think that's a
plan
good
for
goal
just
to just get through it.
one day at a time. That's my goal, one day at a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's a
It's
good goal. And you know what? We got through this year. It's the end of the year. We did it. We're through it in one piece. We're through it in one piece.
yeah.
So I think it's an achievable goal too for 2021.
Oh no, it's 2020 can drink now, so who knows which way it's gonna go.
Hopefully up and up. I did see someone was saying that I guess Nostradamus had some pretty nasty predictions for 2021.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that he just had a bad day and wrote some of those down. And, it's a good year. I honestly don't know how much worse it could get, right? Like an asteroid
Just
maybe
don't
strike
ask.
Earth, but
Just don't ask. You don't want to know.
it's like that scene in movies. You're like, how much worse could it get? And then it starts raining, and you're like, oh man.
You know, I would always
It
yell at
got
people
worse.
when they say it can't get any worse. I'm like, watch it.
It can.
Universe is
Um,
listening. That's like saying, here, hold my beer. Watch this.
well, I guess we'll have to invite the good karma in for, yeah, the good karma in for 2021. Decided on a yell Jumanji at midnight. Hope that
I
helps
just read
reset
that a
things.
little bit ago.
Yeah. And then I also heard that whatever you're doing right at midnight is what like you'll do all year. Don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna try to right at midnight like count money or something. Do something do something that I'll be able to do all year. So I have a little bit of superstitions. Mark
Well, I've already got the
says
pork
in
roast
the
out
chat,
ready
he says
for
he's
pork and sauerkraut. So,
oh, a pork roast. Is that your New Year's tradition?
I used to make it on
Okay.
tour too.
I don't think I ever had pork and sauerkraut. Or maybe in Stockton we did.
I know I made
Maybe
it
was
the
that
last few years. Yeah, it's
But I don't
always
think we
been a
tried. I don't
family
know. Did we do
tradition.
anything on what? Last year I was with AJ on New Year's Eve. AJ and Michael at the the school teacher's house. Last Sesame. And probably the
So
one
yeah, the
before
last
that.
2
Yeah, probably
years.
did a pork and sauerkraut the one before that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I support that. Mark was asking for, since you're an expert gardener, if you've ever grown sunflowers, maybe you have some advice for him. He said a friend of his grew a giant sunflower, and now it's gone.
Rabbit poop is an amazing fertilizer. We put it on all of our beds, and like we have sunflower seeds that the birds throw out, and the sunflowers just grow everywhere. So if you can find anyone
I
local
never
that
would have thought
has,
to use rabbit poop.
it's amazing. Did you see my pictures of all my big pumpkins?
Yeah.
Those were all volunteer, and it's all mom puts the poop on the garden all year long, or all winter, and we till it in, and everything. Like my tomato plants were big enough I could hide in them this year.
And you don't have to feed your rabbits anything special, right? You just feed them normal.
We just give
rabbit
them a
food?
quality food. That's all.
Huh. I know people use like manure, like horse manure, cow manure stuff, but it's probably a
Yeah.
great way too. You know, it's a good way to use the waste. You don't have to end up with a
Yeah.
big composting pile. You know,
Yeah. My cousin actually
makes it
came and picked up a
makes it
bunch
better.
yesterday, and at the end of the season, we kept it in a pile. And Farmer John from Honeyhaven actually came down and filled the spreader and took it back to the farm.
Huh. Okay. I
Because
never
it
thought
doesn't
about
like
that.
you can burn vegetables with other fertilizers, but we haven't had a problem with rabbit poop. So who knew, right?
That's yeah. That's an interesting thing. You know what I've always wanted to grow is tomatoes. Maybe I'd grow tomatoes because I really only like tomatoes when they're like the Amish country, ripe off the
Mm-hmm.
vine, juicy. You know, like not anemic ones you get from the store. So maybe
I
that would be
I
one place.
can't
You could do
stand
that in a
tomatoes
pot,
from the
right?
store or restaurants. You would have loved my garden this year. The tomatoes were amazing. I was just eating them out of the garden.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
do. I like it. I just with cream cheese, some salt and or some what is it, chive and whatever chive and onion cream cheese. Put
Mozzarella
some tomato on a
and
sandwich.
oh yeah. I like the fresh mozzarella with it.
Yeah, I love. I do, and I don't. I'm with you there. I don't like tomatoes from like food places and stores and stuff because they're so like brown and anemic, and I've never been.
They just have no flavor. They're just
Yeah, never been super
blah.
into it. And
No,
they're
I
like
have
their
big
juice is
plans for
like watery.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
I actually
yeah. I could totally grow a tomato.
I took about 10 bushel out of my garden this year of tomatoes and usually end up giving a bunch away, but like we were so low on spaghetti sauce and tomato soup and all that, I stocked our shelves and I used every tomato out of that garden. Even the green ones we
10
made
bushels is a
relish.
lot, right?
Yes.
How much? What is that like? That's gonna be like 100 tomatoes or more, probably.
Oh, it's more than that.
Really?
Oh yeah. 10 bushels?
Yeah. How many tomatoes is that?
You can probably get 50 tomatoes in a half bushel.
So it's like 100 tomatoes per bushel. So you're talking like a couple hundred bushels, or a couple hundred tomatoes.
Oh, more like 1,000 probably. If you don't count the cherry tomatoes, they don't count.
Wow, that's so wild.
Hey, Nako.
That's a lot of tomatoes. Wow.
Yeah.
Nako's having tequila tonight. He was sharing his he was trying to convince me to drink tequila, but I'm sticking to the wine tonight. I'm keeping it classy. I don't know how classy it is because I'm drinking the wine from a box.
You know what? It's fine. Like judgment's out the
Nothing
door
matters
these
anymore.
days,
It's 2020.
right? For a couple more
Yeah.
hours.
100%. 100%. Oh man.
Yeah,
So that's my. I do have some champagne though for at midnight.
it's time
if
to
I
go.
last that long.
We can see this one out the door.
Yeah, agreed. It's been fun. Enjoy the don't let the door hit you on the way out. 2020, right? He's still
No,
look at him. He's still over.
can.
Nako's still like, go back to drink some tequila. I'm not drinking tequila tonight, Nako. I can't do it. Can't do it.
All I've got's whiskey. Sorry.
I
Well,
don't
that's a
even
lie.
think
I found a
have any
bottle of
tequila.
cachaça while I was cleaning.
A bottle of what?
Cachaça from Brazil.
What's that?
Have you had you've been to Brazil, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
We were supposed to go
Caipirinhas.
in 2020.
Yeah, I was supposed to go back to 27 and take it back to Peru, and I was going to go to Machu Picchu, but 2020 had other plans.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Bummer summer. Anyway, what's your Brazilian drink?
Cachaça. It's I'm not sure what to compare it to. It's its own kind of liquor, but they mix it with lime juice and usually a tonic or soda, I think, and simple syrup.
So it's like
They're delicious and
probably
dangerous.
a more like like sweet, probably the drink.
It's like a sweet and sourish.
Okay, lime juice
It's
and
very
simple syrup. So
refreshing,
kind of like
especially when it's hot.
okay. Is it clear?
Yeah. Well, the one
Oh,
I
clear.
have,
Okay.
I have one that was made in. It's in a soapstone bottle that I got when Ryan and I went to Ouro Preto, which is the original capital city of Brazil. We took a little day trip, and it has the oldest functioning theater there, but it was closed, so we couldn't go in. Really cool town, a lot of soapstone carvings and all that, a lot of culture and art. Juanita!
Hi, friend!
Hello. You look so nice. Wow.
Y'all, okay, tell me how I haven't worn makeup in 4 months, and I'm here looking at my makeup, and I'm like, okay, this is eyeliner. How do I put this on?
Oh my gosh.
Tell
I
you.
felt the same way doing this. I was like, I put on started putting on. I thought this is probably the most dressed up I've been since March. Like,
TBA. TBA. I even tried doing my hair, but I gave up. So here we go.
it looks pretty
Yeah.
done to me. It looks pretty good.
Thanks, but it's not up to Dominican standards, Dominican salon standards. I do. Nah, y'all, I forgot how long it takes to get ready. I was like, dang, But I'm so happy to be here. I was happy to see you, Amy, and you, Brandon. You. My
Sorry, I
goodness.
just got out of the shower.
No,
This is all you get.
You're still as beautiful as ever. Beautiful and
You're a
radiant as
star.
ever.
You're
Yeah,
a star. Right. You are. Right. I was actually looking at the spoof video that we did our last season together, the second year of Sesame, and where we changed the lyrics. It's like, oh, wardrobe won't let us eat in costume, and you just make a cameo and just go. And then there was one, Brandon, when you and I were on the stage and we were like dancing, and then everybody clears the stage and we're like, what's happening? Oh man!
Well, I was cleaning and I
gosh.
found
It feels like it was
the
years
plate
ago.
award that we did the last night after they canceled everything.
You found what?
The plate award.
Oh my goodness! I
I
still have the little spray painted Abby that I got. Cute. Those are fun.
Yeah, they were.
I guess it's just you and me now.
Oh,
It's just you and me. Now I think he's having some connectivity issues. So, but we do it.
it
Oh
does that when
man!
someone joins. It does like this weird like chipmunk thing where it's hard to hear.
Yeah, I'm here in the basement, and upstairs we're partying and stuff. We ate. So, see, I don't know how we do it. Where y'all, I had 2 pieces of lasagna, and I was like, oh my god! And then we started dancing because that's what we do. That's what we do.
There we
Well,
go.
the puppy started barking, so I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs and see what people are up to. I'm gonna leave that to my parents.
I'll take care of that. I have seen that jacket. Have I or haven't I?
Yeah, I got it.
Probably.
Where would I have gotten it?
Nashville.
Probably. I got it somewhere. I got Allen, Texas, maybe, because it would have been around Christmas or something.
Ish, yeah. My Google Photos popped up some photos when we were in Allen, Texas. Y'all remember Kelly's Bar right next to hotel.
Yeah, that's probably where I got it.
Thank you, Mark.
Mark's a fan.
Hey, Mark. Oh man. I miss you guys. 2020 is almost over, y'all.
Thank
I
God.
called with my sister. They already had at 6 p.m. because they're 6 hours ahead, and she's like, 10, 9, 8, whatever, 2021, and I'm like,
Yeah, I already had all the ones coming from friends in Japan, and I'm like, Almost
If
there.
only.
Yeah. Or all the Australians, and they're like, I'm like, listen, send a good year to us, like make sure it's good. What?
You didn't notice that.
Oh,
You need the little nose ring to go with that. The ring that has a nose on it.
You're right. You want to make it for me?
Maybe.
I like the hesitation there. You want to make it for me?
Wait, you want to make it?
No. Oh
I have-
man.
Every project that I had to do is done and out the door, except for personal ones.
Wow.
Wow.
But all the paid projects are out the door.
Yes, we like that story. Good
Yep.
for you. Yes.
And I had some design jobs lined up, but those have been canceled because the shows have been canceled. So
Yeah. There was a moment where I was like, oh, maybe they'll open sooner, and then it was like, actually no.
Yeah, about that.
Are weddings picking back up though? I feel like, or maybe not. People not having weddings still.
I don't know. TBH. I mean, I know Melissa got married.
Wow.
That was what in no.
It's been a couple months, I think.
A couple months ago, right? Yeah. But I
They
don't
were
know anybody else.
engaged though, right? When about a few years ago, they've been engaged for a while. Or was that a recent thing?
No, they've been engaged. Like when she was on tour, they're already engaged.
Okay.
Yeah. She was planning the wedding on tour.
More weddings happened here during the summer just because they could be outside.
Yeah.
I'm a member of the conservation farm here, and we have lost every rental, I think, through February. Because they were booked probably to a weekend. And they've all been canceled.
Wow, that's wild.
So yeah, I haven't even had, I had 2 or 3 weddings that I had most of the bride and bridesmaid dresses for. But that's been it because people are still postponing. So
Dang.
I need my bread and butter back.
Yeah.
I feel that. But you know what? Somehow it's going to be a happy new year.
Or at least a good 2021. That's all I need. I just need it to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be for sure. It was just that patience is gonna be the biggest name of the game. Yeah.
Especially when we feel like we've already been patient for way too long.
Patience and empathy. Those are my 2 things for 2021.
Ooh, I like that. Patience and empathy. You know what? It's important to have it for ourselves too. Like first and foremost, of course, for others always. But we forget so much about ourselves. Everybody that's watching, y'all, have patience and empathy for yourself. Yeah.
That's true. I was ranting about how I made that like patience and empathy my goals, but I didn't think about patience and empathy for myself.
Yeah. Yes. Because I don't know about you guys, like you ever find yourself like when you're doing something, or especially like during the pandemic, where it's like, okay, I don't have any way to make money in the arts right now as a performer, so I'm like, I'm worthless. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm a deadbeat, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, wait, it's not my fault. It's okay. So that it takes practice, man. It takes practice.
I should be more patient probably with myself.
Mm.
I don't know if I need to be more empathetic. Probably don't need to be more empathetic with myself. I feel like I got enough of that, like the emotions flying around. I feel like I feel like I've gotten to like it's like a new puberty where I just get these waves of emotion, and I'm like, I'm all sad now for no.
But empathetic doesn't mean that it's like, oh, I'm not gonna feel the things. Nah, it's allowing yourself. Wait, the cultural work and NC's shut down some smart push. I know a few more months here in Durham.
Mark's on the board of a. I don't know what it is, Mark. You'll have to tell us. It's a theater organization in North Carolina. So
it is dope. Wait, so dang, I wish Liz could be here because Liz lives in Durham now.
I know. I invited her. I sent her the link.
Yeah.
I love playing Durham. I like being in North Carolina.
I enjoyed it too.
I have to say, it got me in trouble.
Shocking.
And I think you probably both remember this story, but I promised Kim, who's also watching, that I would tell this story. But North Carolina, there is a Greensboro.
Yep.
In both North and South Carolina.
Oh, I remember this. Oh.
Yes. And so I was on Tinder when we were in one of the Carolinas.
I remember that.
I matched with someone on Tinder. We started chatting, and we're like, well, let's go on a date. And so I got the location, and it was, like a Red Lobster or Olive Garden or, something like that. And I said, well, I'll be in Greensboro next week, or near Greensboro next week. And the next week came around. I'm in Greensboro. I pull up my phone to map out, where to go for this date. And it was like 300 miles away. And I was like, what? Turns out it was a Greensboro on board. It worked out okay, though. We ended up dating for a little while. And then I flew them out to Paris for Christmas last year. And we spent Christmas together running around Paris. We have since we're broken up. But, it was because of the mistake of the Greensboros in North Carolina and South Carolina. So,
funny story, Christmas in Paris. I just finished the book yesterday, Last Christmas in Paris.
Paris.
It's a really good, it's based on World War One. And I listened to the audiobook. It's excellent. If you're looking for something different. I'm in a virtual book club, and that was the book of the month. So.
Is it a romance? It sounds like a romance.
It is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a really good
the Haiti?
Haiti heritage. I would say Haiti, but
Haiti heritage. I do like the Carolinas. I do enjoy Greenville. Oh, Mark's correcting me.
Greenville.
Greensboro.
Greenville. Honestly, Greenville. Okay, but see, and sorry, Mark, but I don't remember if it was in North or South Carolina. But whatever Greenville it was probably one of my favorite spots on tour when we were there. That it had like the river, and you could walk around the river, and the hotel.
I don't remember which one it was though. Were we in North or South?
It might be North.
No, we play Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, so it was South Carolina.
But then Durham was in North Carolina, right?
Yes, we did play Durham. I remember Durham because that was where I was stupid. Oh, is it just me?
Apparently.
Is it just me? Okay, no, it's not.
Full screening you.
No, we have someone else though.
Oh, hi.
Hey, say hi, Spank.
He said, I'm just here for the pets.
Pretty much. He's yelling at my door.
What's her name?
That's Spanky.
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 Oh,
So
I love
we
it.
have Spanky, Rascal. And we used to have Darla, but she passed away this summer.
Okay.
We have a lot of little rascals here.
Lala, when I went to your house, I was like, wow, there's a lot of little critters here.
Yep. And there's another new obnoxious one up there too.
Oh boy, the puppy, right?
Yep.
I mean, I say puppy, but it's like a full-grown dog now.
No. He's only 3 months old.
Oh,
He's a holy little terror.
the little terror.
Everyone's getting puppies.
I noticed that.
Everyone's getting puppies. I don't know if I should get a puppy or not.
Don't.
Really?
She said, "Don't." I don't know, Brandon. I think you would be great as as a cat owner.
I'm allergic to cats. I do like cats.
Get a hypoallergenic one.
Yeah,
That's
get a
people
Sphinx cat.
say, but I feel like I don't know. I would love a dog, but I'm like still feeling like this is temporary, and eventually I'm going to go back and have a life. So I think
If
what
you
I might
think
do
you're gonna
though.
go back, don't get one.
Well, I think what I might do is sign up to like do the temporary foster thing, and then they go to their
That's-
forever homes, whatever.
Mhm.
That's a great
I could
idea.
do that,
Yep.
and then you just get one for like 2 weeks at a time, or 3
Yeah.
months or whatever. And
That's a great idea.
until I become super attached to one of those little puppies, and then
Listen. My sister lives in a tiny apartment. Like my basement apartment right now in Jersey is bigger than her entire apartment in Paris. She lives there with her boyfriend, and they have 3 cats. It was only one at the beginning, Cashmere. And then literally when I was there, yes, Mark, welcome to the club. She found a box of kittens 2 days before I arrived for vacation over there. This was last year. And so of course I'm like, well, duh, I'll help you take care of the little kitties. And she's like, I'm gonna find them all homes because I'm only gonna keep one. I have the 1 cat. I don't need any more. Yeah.
Foster fail.
Yeah.
She kept one. She kept one, and then there were 2. And then this year she fostered some kittens, and then there were 3.
So she's a full-blown foster fail.
Oh yes, she is. Oh my god, it's so hilarious. The little one, the newest one, Bo, he was the runt of the litter. So like nobody wanted him, and she was like,
"Oh,
how could I not?" And then he became like super best friends with her other cat, Captain, and now they're like super buddies. But Bo has knocked over her Christmas tree like 3 times already because he likes to crawl in it. So like she'd be looking at the tree, and then there's just Bo like.
What? So I have a stupid question, but it's only because I'm an animal person. I've heard the term runt of the litter before.
Mm-hmm.
I've always just thought it meant like the youngest or like the physically smallest.
That's usually what it is. It's usually the physically smallest of the litter.
So the cutest.
Well, yes.
Cute ugly sometimes.
Yeah, cute ugly.
That's actually what's written on my birth certificate.
Oh my! Shut up, Brennan. Shut up. No, but sometimes the runts can have maybe health problems or something like that. Like some animal moms, both dogs and cats, have been known to not give milk to the runt, and the runt ends up,
That's a big puppy.
Mark wants to know what trouble you got into in Durham.
No, I didn't get in trouble. I was just dumb, and I left one of my favorite dresses in the closet because I had it hanging, and then I forgot to pack it because I'm special that way. So
I
I
love
left
that.
my dress, and so I ended up.
I never move into the closets.
I know.
Always a mistake. So for people who are watching and don't know what we're talking about, the 3 of us traveled together full time for a few years. And when you're in a hotel after hotel after hotel, maybe I should do a whole travel video like hack about don't put anything in the dang closet.
No, or the drawers. Or the drawers.
Or the drawers. Yeah. I lost my favorite pair of pants that way. I've lost shoes that way. Probably lost my passport that way. I don't know, but
this is why packing cubes are a way of life.
Yeah.
Packing, you know that Patrick, I saw this one that he had that it was like extendable. So what he would do is it's like it was all in the little packing cube thingies, and he would hang it in the closet, but like his suitcase was in there too. So it was like all just take down, poop. And I was like, dang. I need to be able to do that. Except
it works better for guys than it does for girls.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know the amount of products that I have to take on tour?
Oh, I know.
I feel like
I have the pickiest hair. It changes its mind every 3 months, and I have to change products.
I'm thinking about dyeing mine.
Yeah.
What color?
Green.
Oh, wait, but what kind of red? Because there's
what kind?
Like 4 shades darker than Amy's. Like kind of like a.
Are you talking about auburn or copper?
Like Nicole Kidman red?
Like
natural or unnatural?
Well, let me pull up a picture of what I want.
I have some Greenville, South Carolina stories too.
Oh, what happened to you there?
So when I was on the ice show before we built Sesame, traditionally we always played there for Thanksgiving, and they would let us use their industrial kitchen to cook dinner. So I can't tell you how many Thanksgiving dinners I've cooked and how many turkeys I've made in that place. But Greenville has a country western dance club that is 5 miles from the hotel we normally stay at. So the night before Thanksgiving, this has been probably 7 or 8 years ago, we all decided to go there because it was somebody's birthday, I forget who. So we went to celebrate at the Country Western Dance Club. We closed the place down, we are all very happy to say it is about 30 degrees out. None of us brought coats because we cabbed there and we were going to cab back, so we didn't bother. So they closed down the club and we're all standing outside waiting for the 2 cabs that exist in Greenville to shuttle everyone back and forth. And after an hour of the cabs not coming back, the bartenders took pity on us and drove us our drunk asses all home.
Wow. Well, they probably wanted to get out of there. They probably were like,
They did, and they felt bad for us, and we had been tipping them well all night long.
wow.
We told them 3 or 4 of them took off on foot. There's snow on the ground, like a dusting of snow. Because, South Carolina, when else would it snow except for when we're there, Freezing cold. So we have a couple of idiots decide to try to hoof it back the 5 miles. The rest of us are standing in a huddle.
Like North Carolina hospitality for you, though. Like that's kind of like a nice, like Southern kindness gesture.
And she tried, like the bartender that I was in the car with, like we crammed probably 6 people in her tiny little sedan.
Yeah.
But we forced her to take some gas money. Like, no, you have no idea how much. Like, she didn't want to take our money at all. We're like, you literally just saved us. Like, please, happy holidays. Go home and have a drink on us. Like,
I mean, yeah, you won't catch me walking through.
No, we weren't dressed.
That's what I want to do with my hair.
I say do it.
Okay.
So it's like
I
a
would
dark
go just a tad lighter than that.
Well, it's also a dark picture, probably.
Yeah.
Turn up the brightness.
I don't know if there's any other lighter pictures, but that's what I want to do. I also would like it to be a little curly like that. So,
Careful what you wish for.
I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna enter the live stream again, but on my lappy tab because my phone is like, hey, you need to plug me in, okay? So I'll be right back.
I unplugged mine to let the cat in.
I support that. We have a couple other folks who said they might show up too. Ashley and Patrick and Sammy and a few other people were like, maybe we'll come. So I loaded up a trivia game we can play if people want to do that later too. It'll be
they posted in I don't know if you're on the Feld page or not, but they have a Zoom meeting going on tonight too.
With the
Feld crew. Yeah.
Yeah. They do that a lot. They've been doing that a lot this year.
They have. I've not joined in on any of them because I always forget about it.
Same. We've done a few with like just like D20. We were gonna do a Sesame one. We talked about the Halloween one, but we just never did. But we've done a few for early on. We did a few for like D20. We would have.
They've got an online Cards Against Humanity you can play too.
We've done that a few times. The one I have that I thought we could do that would be fun if we get some people is called Jackbox Party, and you do it on your phone. So like the screen will give you a code to type in, and you type in your name, and then you get like trivia questions, and you answer them on your phone, and people it's like live time. So if I'd probably just you, me, and Juanita could do it. There's 3 of us, and then the nice part is since this is a live stream and there are people watching, including Thomas. Who's commenting on Jurassic? Some of the FCP treated us to Miami. You were tore up and danced. You could go crazy in Miami, let me tell you.
Oh, Miami's dangerous.
Oh my gosh. I don't remember much of it whenever I've been there because it's been.
I'm trying to think, no, that wasn't Miami. No, that was Carolinas again. the dueling piano bars?
Yeah.
Okay, so back in the days when I drove the RV on tour and lived in the RV, we had just bought brand new Trek bikes. So $600-$700 bikes. And we decided to go we rode our bikes a mile to the dueling piano bar and drank buckets. And I was to the point I walked my bike back because it was downhill and I didn't want to end up in the street and there were cops everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
But my ex gets on the bike and flies down the hill back to the venue where we're parked. And the cop actually followed him, which is why I decided to walk my bike because I was far more hammered than he was.
Is it illegal to bicycle and drink? Is that?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Run into a tree?
Or weave into traffic? Or I mean,
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Good point. Good point.
If you can't walk a straight line, you think you can bike a straight line?
I don't think I've ever. Actually, speaking of straight lines, this is a funny story, and I'm reminded of it because my aunt is watching. She also says I'm her favorite nephew, so I want to point that out. But I think it was her that she told me a story about in college. Someone was a gymnast who was a competitive gymnast, and they went out drinking one night. Her specialty was the balance beam. They went out drinking one night, and she was driving.
Hold on, it's doing the chipmunk thing again.
Oh, who I am? Do I sound like a chipmunk?
Everybody is.
Oh no!
Alan and the Chipmunks. I mean, there are 3 of us.
Do I sound like a chipmunk?
It's almost down.
You guys sound normal to me.
There it is. So
Everyone's
on my
normal.
phone, every time someone joins, I've got like 30 seconds of this like chopped up chipmunk voice.
Oh,
And then it goes away.
that's
And now
so
it's fine.
bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Good times.
That's the problem with some of this technology is you never know what you're going to get. Anyway,
Who's running the audio here, Brandon? Are you
I
underpaying
know,
the
look,
audio, guys?
Do you want to know something funny? So because originally the camera was up there, ways away, and it's on my TV and stuff. I wanted to be a little bit more mobile. So look, I'm actually wearing like actual in-ears going down my shirt into the little audio device, and then I have, you can't see it, but I have, this is the receiver. I have my little lavalier mic. I can't reach
Do I need to make you a onesie with a mic pouch on it?
I think I'm covered there. I think I can stick in the old fashioned. Actually, we were filming kind of funny story. We were filming a video at an organic farm the other day, and so we had the guy wear the lavalier microphone, and he went, "Do you have anything I can clip this onto?" And I was like, "No, just put it in your pocket, bud. Like it's a 20-minute interview. Like it'll be all right."
It's funny.
Anyway, so let me finish the story about the balance beam because this is a good story. I love this. So I'll be fast, but her specialty was a balance beam. You can see where this is going. They were out drinking to celebrate their competition.
Lesson up New Year's here.
They get pulled over by the police, who lays out a straight line, heel to toe, and says, "Walk a straight line." And being a competitive gymnast with a specialty of the balance beam, drunk as she can be, puts one foot on the balance beam and goes into the full routine, cartwheels, flips, and everything, lands at the end. And the cop went, "Well, screw it. You can just go." Like, I'm not even going to try. I love that story.
Yes. We love that story. I love
The moral of the story is don't drive drunk, kids.
No, don't do
Don't
that.
No.
make New Year's Eve the day where you take someone's loved one away from them. So take a cab, take an Uber.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's been like. Apparently, drunk driving has soared here in Ohio.
Strange.
Why though?
I don't know.
Like,
Just
because like now
they've pulled over more drunk drivers than they have in past years.
You know why? Probably now that I say that. Only dates I've ever been asked on in Amish country have been dates where you drive around with they call them road pops, where you drive around with like a beer or whatever, and like just kind of drive around the backcountry roads of Amish country and like chat, go out to a field, hang out. Be like, that's something that we like. I don't want to say I ever did. I never did it, but a lot of my friends, that was like a Thursday night. So it would make sense, I guess, that more people are just going out and about, driving around.
Mhm.
Or drinking at home and running into do
going
whatever.
somewhere.
That's right, Kimberly. Yes.
Kim's as a native Carolinian, also concerned about Greenville. It's bad. And you know what the worst part is? This is so bad, and I shouldn't, especially because this is a live stream, and I don't know who's watching. We got a bunch of people watching. I'm not saying I regret, but the worst part is this person that I met in Greenville, we were out clubbing in France, in Lille, and do you know Mal? Did you ever work with Mal, Amy?
No.
I don't know what her last name is. She was she's been on 20, 27, 15.
What is she? What's her position?
I don't know if I can say that on
No.
a live stream. Okay. So
No, I don't think so. She must have come after I left 27.
okay, maybe that was too much of a giveaway. I don't know. We'll see if I get sued.
You can call him the rat.
There we go. There we go. But we were out clubbing at a bar in Lille, and some random French dude was hitting on me, and I was like not having it. I was like, I don't. What are you doing? Like, back off. And so that was the night I got online, and I literally bought the person that I met in Greenville a ticket to Paris that night, and just sent it. And was like, hope you have a passport. Here you go.
Talk about spontaneous. Oh my God.
Yeah. It was great though. Let me tell you, if there's a place to like have a little romantic Christmas getaway, like go have a picnic and sit at the top of Sacré-Cœur and watch sunset, and there you go.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that about Europe, man. You just like, okay, I got some cheap wine, some bread, cheese, and ham, whatever. Sit by the river and watch the couple dance tango.
Sit in a
Did you
park.
get to go to any Christmas markets?
Yes.
Oh,
I
wow.
liked
America's
about half
missing
of
out. I don't understand why we don't have Christmas markets.
Well,
I mean,
there's
there's whole
one.
carnivals at some of them where they have rides and stuff too.
Wow. There was one when we were in Chicago that first year.
Yeah, I missed out on that one.
Well, that was the only one I knew of, anyways. I was like, oh snap.
Yeah. But like that's something that we could like would be amazing to have across the country. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
boozy hot chocolate? Come on. Glühwein?
Hello, the mulled wine that they serve in the little, and it's hot and it's warm. So when it's nice, crispy outside and you got warm.
So Budapest was my favorite.
Budapest.
They have you ever had chimney cakes?
No.
They are Google it. They are these big
Jingle.
rolls that they wrap the dough around, and they bake it over an open wood fire, and then you can coat it in cinnamon or cinnamon sugar or just sugar, and then you go to the stand next door and you get hot chocolate that's as thick as pudding and it has booze in it.
Oh my gosh.
And you eat your boozy hot chocolate and chimney cakes, and you walk around and look at all the pretty stuff, and
I love that.
I love that.
and
so much.
all the local made stuff. It's incredible.
I saw a recipe. My sister got me an instant pot for Christmas.
Oh, those are
And
fun.
I'm still terrified. I cooked one thing the other day. It turned out delicious, but the whole time I was like, I had 911 on standby. I was like, the thing's going to blow up. It's a pressure cooker. But apparently there's a great mulled wine recipe you can do in the Instant Pot.
Ooh.
You put like whiskey stuff in and stick of cinnamon and all that kind of stuff. And you just like let it do its thing for like a day. Yeah.
Dinner.
Yeah. So I haven't maybe in January if it gets cold here in Tampa, I'll give that a shot.
You get 2 days of cold.
I know.
And I think
And
you
know
guys
what
have
the
already
worst
had
part
it.
is? You would be ashamed of me as someone who was raised in Ohio, because I swear to God, I was at work one day. I had a cardigan on, and I walked outside, and I went, "Oh, it is freezing!" And I was shaking, and I was like, "Oh, I need to go get I need a winter jacket. I need more stuff." And I get in, and I look at the temperature, and it was 57.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, my body's given up.
So
I've
those 2
adjusted.
weeks, those 2 weeks that I was in Florida, I reverted right back to being a Floridian. My body's like, yes, we're back where we belong. Everything's hunky dory. It gets 65. I'm freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
That's so funny because I after being on tour and experiencing 19 degrees without a winter coat because I thought 2 sweaters was enough. Little Florida me.
I am in Florida.
Miami, Florida to be exact. Not even like no. I thought when we were in what was it? La Crosse, Wisconsin that first year.
Oh God.
Bro. And we were out bar hopping because it was like the hotel was right there and you could just walk to the town. Okay, great. And I was like, yeah, first tour. Woo!
Brandon, do you remember canoeing with Lauren out to feed the ducks in the frozen lake?
It still comes up in my memories. And we didn't have any paddles either.
We rented
she
an
reminded
Airbnb
me.
where the heat didn't work.
But you got to tell the full story. So for people who are watching who maybe don't know, when we traveled full time, we lived in hotels. So around the holidays, we would all gather well, the people we liked, and Juanita, who never came, but she was one of the ones we liked. No, I don't want to say anybody who's watching. We liked everybody, but the kind of core group of us, I would say, the family unit, which was Amy, me, Matt, and Lauren. We always kind of joked that like they were the parents and we were like the stepkids. And then like Brad would be like the drunken uncle and Ryan would be like the weird cousin, and we'd all go out and have these places. So it was kind of our whole family unit. And we had this place on Alaska, I want to say, was where it was at in West.
No, it was still across. It wasn't that far.
It was a different town though, I think.
I
And
don't know. It was on a lake. I don't
well,
remember.
but they had a canoe. Did not have any paddles. So Lauren and I took the canoe out and used like a 2x4 and just skated across the ice of the lake.
Wait. This was frozen solid. Like the lake was frozen solid.
Yeah, we eventually when we got deeper, we got into water. Like it broke.
They used the 2x4 to break the ice to get through. And we're all standing there. There's a porch.
Hello. Welcome to the live stream. How are you? I haven't seen your face in ages.
Welcome.
What are you doing? How are you celebrating New Year's?
I don't think I can turn this around. I have one dog here.
Puppy.
Oh,
One is under here, and one is down here.
you're cuddling with the puppies. You've got them all tucked in.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we're also doped up on Benadryl because they have fireworks going on. So this one
no.
has been crying.
Oh no.
So he's had some Benadryl, so he's just fine now.
Oh my gosh. Mark agrees with what we were saying earlier. Lacrosse is super
Right,
cold.
Mark. Right.
And then
Green
people go
Bay.
diving in Green Bay.
Yeah, no thanks.
I've seen those. They do them in Ohio too, the polar bear dips where people go jump in
Yeah.
like the
Did we
lakes.
played Green Bay, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Was that a one-off or?
It was in the middle of like at least a split week. I mean, we did. I remember we did like
much of that one.
one city, and then we went up to Green Bay and then back. So it was a 4 a.m. loaded in Green Bay.
That's why I don't remember.
Y'all, I gotta give y'all props. And there was always a part of me that was like, man, I should help them, with loading stuff. And I'm sorry, to my shame, I could not muster the strength.
Well, also I don't think the union would have allowed you in the States. So
no.
I will say remarkable. And when we all got fired, and we were in our last day in Spain, they called us all in and said, load out as much as you can to do an ice out. So just kind of clear out backstage basically and like get the set out of the way. But this week we can't have a skater crew stay to do it. We can't pay them or anything. And they all just like opted themselves. It was so like magical. They all just like said, you know what, screw it. Like we don't need to get paid. This is crazy. And we had no locals, you know what I mean? It was just us. So they were like, we're not going to leave them. And they kind of all rallied together. And a couple extra people who like had done skater crew in the past came. And it was,
That's
it
awesome.
was really sweet.
Skater crew is a thing overseas.
Yes. Yeah. When you're international, they'll pay the skaters to do crew like load-ins and load-outs.
Like
yes, you have to not be a
allowed to do
principal. And you can get paid to do crew, and they just don't call as many locals. They just use you.
And then when you're in countries where English is not the main language, that gives you extra people who work with you every time you load in and load out.
Yeah,
so you have that many more people that know what's going on, and it's just a big help.
That is very nice.
And also they know the names of stuff, which is good.
Yeah.
So when you're in a country where people, like a lot of people don't speak your language, you can just be like, hey, so-and-so, just go stand by the character room crates because that's what I'm going to need. Yeah. And then you can be like, all the locals, go find the pretty girl. And they're just standing there like, oh, these are the boxes.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what else helps?
I would hold up signs and be like, Vanna White.
That's really a big part. And we had a couple people who joined Skater Crew and were nervous about it for the first time. And I told them, listen, worst to worst, come to worst, all your job is to stand by stuff and go, this. Like, that's
So before
Love that.
skater
Miami
crew,
is dope. Yes. South Beach
was
is
in-
pretty nice.
where was it? Was it Japan? One of the countries, one of the locals handed me a laser pointer, and I used it, and I would put my hand on a box, and I would take the pointer and point it to exactly where I wanted, and point my finger, and they would like, oh, okay, and they take it right exactly where that dot was.
And you must have told Lauren that because she bought a laser pointer.
Yeah, I probably did. And so at loadout, I would take the pointer and I would point it at a box, and I'd say, and I'd be like, you see? And then I'd point at my feet like, here. And they would go get it and bring it here.
That's the way to do it. Lauren had one, and hers she got in China, so it was like one of those super industrial, like will burn a hole and things.
I was buying
the ones they use the Hong Kong protest.
Yeah, that probably one of those.
Yeah,
one of those.
They're amazing.
I wish I would have thought of that, because when we were in Colombia, when we played Bogota, I remember it got to the point of loadout where I remember standing on that. I was the only one out there loading the truck, and I was standing on the ramp. Poor wardrobe, Marie was there trying to organize stuff, and I just remember standing there, and there were like 60 to 70 locals because they just hire a bunch of people in Colombia, and they just are picking up stuff and ramming it in. And it got to the point where I just like had to jump off the ramp because things were just flying in. And I was like, no idea if it was right. Nothing was, I had no plan. And so it was like a Looney Tunes commercial. I was just standing there like singing and dancing, and there's like 60 people trying to like slam a piece of truss in, and they're like, doesn't fit, try something else. And they're just like, I'm sitting there going, anybody see a translator? Like, where's the translator?
It sounds like South Korea.
I would have helped y'all with the loadout if only for translations. Like, mire, cogemos. Also, I want to address, Mark said, yeah, that is absolutely true. Boca Raton is not close to Miami. No, it is not.
Yeah, that's really far, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a couple hours, or maybe not. Maybe it's only an hour and a half.
About an hour or so-ish. It's
I remember being further when maybe it took me 2 because I couldn't handle the drivers and the traffic, but I feel like it was a couple hours when I had to drive that.
It's a bit.
But yeah, it's never. Listen, the moral of the story, Mark, is never do things for a crush. Also, I want to point out that Thomas, being the other kind of knowing person in the chat, when I did this, that was the comment he left. So he at least knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody has questions about tour life or shows, bring them on.
If you want to know travel and travel hacks, check out my website. I can put up my little banner.
This is cool.
Go visit there. I've got all sorts of tips about packing and suitcases, and I don't know if any of you saw my video. I did a video earlier this year about what happened when my passport got stolen and what that process was. And I swear to God, there was a time where I was on the phone with the Spanish embassy because I needed a visa, and on the phone with the American embassy, and I wanted to just put the phone together and be like, you need to talk to each other. So if you want travel hacks, there's the website. You can go there. And then I also have to say thanks to our sponsor for today's show, IBMTV. They're supporting the show today here on New Year's Eve. If you want to learn more about them, you can visit their website at ibmtv.tv. They have over 62 original shows broadcast to 122 countries. And so when you're ready to run out of your Netflix queue and you want to watch some news, they've got everything from shows about medical marijuana to shows about travel to shows about news, current events, the economy. They'll teach you how to play chess, all sorts of fun stuff. So check out their website.
IBMTV. I like that.
Yes, they're a lot of fun. They're a good group of people. I'm glad that they decided to support the show today. Mark says you should. I have a show there as well. This show is also broadcasting to the IBMTV network, and that's where Mark's a part of. So he says you have to come on over and jump into an IBMTV show.
Let's do it. Amy can teach people how to sew. Oh my gosh, Amy and Brandon, you too will appreciate this. So I mean, this is all right. Okay, you know how Walmart sometimes has like, the kids section. I actually, that's the only part of Walmart that I like. I've had these super cute Cookie Monster underwear. They broke, and so I tried to sew them. And you would set fire to them from how horrible my stitching is. And mind you, I took a costume construction class in college. Like we went through all, here's a basting stitch, here's this, and here's that, here's the whip stitch. Meanwhile, I'm like, okay, string, get in the needle.
But you know what? At least you tried.
Yes. I have to say, it's hard. It's a hard thing to do. I got a C in my wardrobe classes, my sewing classes, and
You know what?
costuming
So did
classes.
I.
But you can do it. I can't. You can at least. I can maybe do a whip stitch.
Okay, so
And
you want to know
that's
why I got a C in my costume 101?
The teacher
Why?
didn't like you.
Exactly. Because she couldn't
Really?
teach me anything.
Where'd you go to school? OSU?
Ohio State, yeah.
No, the Ohio State.
So
you
She
forgot
felt
to say the.
threatened. She was
the.
threatened.
the funny part is, like, I did fine on all like the research and stuff like that, and they gave us a week. Like this class was like an hour 3 days a week. So we had 3 classes to do our hand sewing sampler item, which had snaps, buttons, like you sew a little seam, like all the hooks, eyes, all that crap.
Like 101 stuff, like how to put on a
Yeah.
button. How to,
And you just do it on the square so that they all hook together. I was done in 20 minutes. Like, and so I started showing the other kids my tricks, like my tricks for making a knot, and like the things that make sense in my head, like, try this, maybe this will work for you. She didn't like that. I wasn't allowed to help them. So she had all of this fabric that needed the edges finished. So okay, when you buy like yards of fabric, you serge the ends so that when you run it through the washing machine and dryer, they don't all ravel together. Okay. So she wanted me to zigzag the edges with the machine because the serger was broken. It's like, okay.
Wait, hang on. You have to maybe describe what that means a little bit, because I'm confused.
Okay.
As in, like literally,
machine,
like zigzag.
Yeah, it literally looks like a zigzag, and that's done with a regular sewing machine. You use it on things that stretch, usually, or you can do it really close together so it looks like embroidery.
Okay.
So what a serger does, like if you look at your sleeves, like turn up the cuff, and you see all that like stitching that covers the seam, that's what a serger does. Much faster than trying to zigzag with a regular machine. The serger, you just blow it through.
Yeah.
Yep. It's got a blade on it. Don't get your fingers in there.
Yeah.
Safety tips. Sewing safety tips.
So she leaves the room, and I was like, serger's broken, huh? I go over and clean it out because no one had cleaned it out. And I put a new needle in it and fixed a tension, and it was fine. So I'm just serging along all this fabric as she came in and started screaming at me. And I'm like, I fixed your machine. You're welcome. Like, it's a sewing shop. What do you mean you have a machine that's broken that you haven't fixed? Like, come on. So needless to say, I barely passed that class with a C.
So yeah, she didn't like you, but it also sounds like you just didn't like her.
About politics. No, but like at the same time, come on, if you can make a process more efficient.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's,
and if you're not going to hang around to actually like help the kids do the sewing, you're just going to leave them to it. Like, you're not teaching them either.
I hate that.
Like, come on. So I focused on props and electrics and scenic painting and all that instead of. I really learned all my costuming at Cedar Point.
That's also a really great entertainment place. They have some good stuff at Halloween.
They do.
Still haven't been to Cedar Point. It's on the bucket list.
You got to listen before you
gotta come up.
You got to go to a chiropractor first, because if you get on one of those things and your back is out of place.
No, that's Kings Island. That's Kings Island's coaster.
For me, it's all the wooden coasters at Cedar Point. I tell you what.
Oh no, I won't get on the one. No.
Oh my gosh.
So I took Matt last summer when we did the road trip tour. I took Matt to Kings Island and Cedar Point because he's a roller coaster nut. So we went to Kings Island first. The very last coaster we rode, like their coasters are terrible compared to Cedar Point. The last one we rode, like on the way home, my whole back started tightening. I couldn't walk for a week. Like, I was in the chiropractor every day. I had 3 massages that week, and by the end of the week when we went to Cedar Point, it was the first day I could walk. So I held his stuff while he rode all the coasters.
Wow. I don't know. I'm that way with like what's the one they replaced at Cedar Point? Mean Street?
Mean Streak. Oh god, that one was evil.
That one messed me up.
I won't get, and he got on it. It's Steel Vengeance now. And he rode it and he's like, no, you won't like it. Like, okay.
Got it.
That's fair. I liked the Raptor. That was it was very smooth.
Yeah, and that it was shut down the whole day we were there. I was so sad because that's like I was gonna ride that one with him because it's my favorite. I was very bummed. But like the Mean Streak was so bad, like you'd have black eyes from your boobs bashing you in the face. Like it's not a good coaster at all.
Wear a sports bra. Got it.
Sports bra.
Got it. I'm taking notes. Taking notes.
Yeah, go to a chiropractor.
When you come up, just let me know. Like we'll go.
Was the one that I don't know if it's at Cedar Point. The one that goes like 100-something miles an hour and it's just a tall loop and then just
Top Thrill Dragster. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. See that one, I'm genuinely afraid, but I'm also like, I gotta try it at least once in my life.
So when I worked at the costume shop, so that one there's always like a 2-hour line for back when it was new, was when I worked there. And we could see it from our costume shop. And we saw, and it was employee ride night, and the line was only a 10-minute wait. So my boss and I jumped out, like we left the pager at the front desk and we ran to get in line. We get on the ride and it breaks down. Like we're already launched forward waiting in the position and the thing breaks down. So we had to pull our phone out of our pocket and call from the desk to have him cover for us. Because we were literally stuck on the coaster.
Okay, so I just want to give a shout out. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but my friend Skylar from the Jurassic World Tour is on. He just joined. And I just want to give him a shout out. And he also got some fun stories from Jurassic World. That was the new show for anybody. We were all in the same show together, but I don't think any of us worked on Jurassic World shows. So that was interesting, except AJ, except he's not here.
I did a little bit during the build.
That is right. That is right. You did.
And the first loadout. Oh my God, that was a mess.
Oh yeah, I remember y'all talking about that.
Yeah,
that's a big show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
Mark was asking what the worst roller coaster we've ever been on was.
Ooh, worst roller coaster.
I mean, you kind of already said like Mean Streak.
I think
was
it's
up
Mean
there.
Streak.
Yeah, Mean Streak is pretty high up there. I think that one put me in physical pain.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, I almost fell out of the Blue Streak. But they've changed the seats since then. I was too little to go on, and they let me on. I was with my dad. He held me down the whole time.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Thankfully, it's only little hills. Like it wasn't that bad, but Mean Streak is by far the worst.
I could probably say I could probably answer that with a short story because that's just how I am. It's my show, dang it.
We don't know anything else.
Listen, no, the worst roller coaster I was ever. I used to work for a theme park in Texas that will stay unnamed. I loved working there. I had a great time. However, I also worked nights at a hotel part-time to help, make ends meet, make a ton of money working at the theme park. And I worked in the entertainment department. And one day my job was, when they were opening a new roller coaster, to get a bunch of performers to basically ride the roller coaster for them to film and take pictures and make their promo material, right? And we couldn't find enough people to sign up for it. So they said, okay, great. All of you are also now going to come ride the roller coaster. And so I had worked at the park Memorial Day and then worked overnight and then worked at the park Memorial Day weekend and then overnight. So I hadn't slept in like 3 days. I'd literally gone from like work to work to work to work. And after not sleeping for 3 days, I got on this roller coaster and I swear it was like Final Destination. They just shot you off, you rode it, and then you pulled back in the station and okay, everybody smile this time, and shot you off again. 8 hours on just loops riding this thing again. And I eventually it looked like my head was jumbled and I was like, yeah, no.
Did you end up like blacking out?
No, it wasn't a super dramatic roller coaster. It was a pretty
Oh.
like easy roller coaster.
Okay.
It was meant to be like a jet ski, so you kind of crouched and straddled like a thing when you were on it. So it was not comfortable. And yeah, after not sleeping and then riding this thing 10, 15 times in a row, and every time they'd pull into, okay, now we're gonna fly the drone, and you just somebody was smiling, so we're gonna do it again. Somebody didn't smile. It's really bad.
It's like the video of the little kid that's like, he's still doing the choreography, but he's falling.
Yes, I feel that 100%.
I was there when Max Air was new. So they had an employee ride night for that. And they were doing something similar where they were filming. And we ended up riding it 3 times in a row. And when it came to a stop, I'm like, I need off. Like, I don't know have you been on Max Air, Brandon?
No, I have not.
Oh, you experience zero gravity on it. But it's like spinning, and it's a pendulum, and you're spinning at the same time.
Is it the kind that like you go up when it's at like the zenith at the top? It's like, and then you go down.
Yep.
It literally looks like
3 times in a row was too much.
Like a kid with a sack of oranges.
No.
Yeah, no one can handle that many rides on certain ones. Like that one was no.
On certain ones, no. I rode Dueling Dragons 8 times in a day once. The most back to back was 4. Because my sister and I that's when we first discovered the child swap room. Yeah. So in Islands of Adventure in Florida, before it was the Tri-Wizard tournament, right now they kept the dragon.
Disney or Universal?
Universal. This is Islands of Adventure in Universal.
Okay.
And so before they turned it into Harry Potter World, it was just called the Dueling Dragons in like the Adventureland or whatever part. And there was the child swap room, and you could just go from one. So for those that don't know, the roller coaster, it's the same roller coaster, but it's called Dueling Dragons because you go up at the same time. You got the red dragon, you got the blue dragon, and you fall at the same time. Each one is different. One has more twists and loops, and the other one has more speed and blah blah blah. And it has this one loop that goes this close, right? And it looks like you're going to hit the other dragon. Of course, you don't, but that's part of the appeal of the thing. So a lot of times people are like, oh man, I wish I could ride like both because the line is really long. So what we ended up doing is, don't do this because it's, not fair to other riders. But we didn't know any better. So we rode one and then we go through the child swap, ride that one, and then go back again. And I rode it so many times that literally by like the 4th time I would black out, and I'm like, I need to grip this really tight because I don't know where I'm going.
Oh my gosh.
We'll do it again though. So now that's not possible now. It's not possible now because once they did the remodel with Harry Potter World, they don't have a child swap room no more. So.
Right.
They found us out.
They discovered your tricks.
Dang it. Butterbeer is good stuff. I will recommend that if anybody likes clean soda. It's good stuff. What?
So one of the things I was going to try, I don't know if this will work, is a little trivia game.
A trivia game.
It's still TBA if this is going to work or not. I don't know. But we're going to give it a shot and see what happens.
Do we play with our phone?
Yes. So I don't know. Can you see this?
Yeah, Jackbox Party Pack 3.
Okay. So then maybe I have to change this. Okay, hang on. Technicalities. This is the hard thing about technologies. I don't really know.
From the Jurassic World tour, they might join as well.
Should I go get my computer for this?
Probably, yes.
You're gonna want to use your phone as the input for the answers.
All right, I'm gonna
So-
go use the bathroom and find my computer because I'm gonna have to plug it in because I don't think I've touched it in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Ah,
Well, let's swap out that. Can you see
Okay,
what's on the
so
screen
while
without
we're handling while we're handling technicalities, I'm gonna go get a glass of wine for the vocals.
Yep,
Oh,
gotta keep
yes.
those well lubed.
Wine is good for that. Wine is good for that.
Listen, my vocal coach told me that wine helps relax the vocal cords, so that's necessary.
Speaking of, have you seen Roland anytime lately? Or
Actually, I've been having weekly sessions with him.
oh, tell him I said hi and I miss him.
I will tell him so. Yes,
I miss that lovely man so much.
I know. I wish I could give him a hug.
I know. I wish I could give anyone a hug at this point.
Right?
I don't think
We're
this is
huggy
working.
people. This is not okay.
Is that
I want
playing
to hug.
anything?
Okay, do you know how much? Okay, like, I find myself, since I'm here at the house and I'm friends with my cousins, like I go up and I just like pat people randomly, just let me touch you because human touch is necessary. Please, it's not weird, I promise. Alright.
That's one thing I miss with winter. I miss the hot air ballooning because they're huggy people. So like at least I knew if we were flying, I would get a hug. Like,
Oh my god, come true,
right? Like
Wine.
I'm gonna go chase a
my
balloon and
wine.
do
I'll
heavy
get
labor
back
just
to
so I
that.
can have a hug. All right, I'm gonna leave on my phone and go get my computer. I'll be back.
Okay, I support that. Let me figure out some of this technology here. I don't know how to make this work. Oops. Does that actually do anything? Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. Perfect. We'll see if this happens to work out. So if you're just joining the stream, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to play some trivia games. If you're at home and you have your phone, you can pull those up, and we can play together. It should be a lot of fun.
Boss is hot.
Aloha. Okay. So before we get a bunch of people, and I saw you gave Skylar the link to join if he wants to join back in the actual live stream to be broadcast live. He's welcome to do that.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I'm not camera ready," so I was like, "No."
Oh, okay. Yeah, whenever people pop in, I don't know. I'm like, names I don't recognize. I was like, I don't know, because this is their platform. So let's see if we can sort this out, because I don't know if this is even going to work. Oh,
Maybe.
nope.
I mean, it should if it sets up the. We just need the room code.
Right. Okay, so what's a good one to start with? Quiplash?
I do enjoy Quiplash. And then we'll have audience participation, right?
Well, yeah, anyone who wants to join is certainly welcome to. The other one we have is Trivia Murder Party, Guespionage, Faking It, and TK. I think probably Quiplash is a good starter one, right?
I would have to agree, especially because faking it, you have to be in the same room, and
Right. Okay.
yeah,
So
your recipe is pretty cool. But like, you know what?
we're going to turn audience play along on.
Yes.
We're going to go extended timers, family friendly filter.
Can you hear this music that my cousins are playing?
I can. It sounds groovy. I like it.
It's dope. It's a bunch of Hispanic reggaeton and merengue and salsa. It's great.
Oh, all I can hear is the bass line. All I can hear is the thump thump every so often. Okay, what else do we need? Is that all the settings we need? Okay, probably. Close enough. So we'll create a room and then we'll let Amy join in. But if you're watching at home and you'd like to play with us, you can go to jackbox.tv on your mobile device, on your phone, and type in this little room code, and we can all play together. Like, I suppose we might have to redo the room code before if Amy gets back, in case I don't know how many people will join.
Yeah, if it
We only have like 150 people watching, so I don't think that many people will join.
Haha, I am VIP. Ooh, Murder Party, Amanda. That's a good one. Murder Party is fun. It's fun. Blaine! Wait, is that Blaine or another Blaine?
I don't know. He hasn't commented, so I'm not sure.
Ooh, I get to press everybody's in. Ooh, I have the power.
We'll let people join for a little bit. If you're at home watching and you would like to play the trivia game with us, if you go to the website jackbox.tv, it'll ask you to enter the room code and your name. You'll enter KEVS for the room code and then your name that you want to be recognized as live on the stream, and we'll play together. Yeah, I support this.
Should old acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind?
We're 45 minutes from the actual New Year, so I'm excited.
Eastern Standard Time.
It is Blaine. It's Blaine.
Of course, it's Blaine.
Hi, Blaine. Welcome to the stream. For people who are watching who don't know anything about me, hi, I'm Brandon, and I make YouTube videos, and Blaine has been my cinematographer for a few YouTube videos. So he's been the creative director of several of them. So now we're going to see who's smarter. Who's smarter, Blaine?
This does not mean you're smarter.
You never know. Who's more clever? Maybe that's a good way to put it. Who's more clever? And then at midnight, I have some champagne to pop. I'm a little concerned. I was talking about this earlier in the stream because there's a lot of technology around. I have 2 laptops, a TV, 6 lights, a Focusrite, a wireless lav, an in-ear. I have all this electrical stuff. So I'm afraid that I'm going to pop this and that's going to be it right there. So we got to be careful.
Treat it very gently.
Yeah, I'll point it away.
Yeah. Just aim it at the corner. At the corner.
Yes, exactly. Mark, the room code is KEVS, KEVS. It's the white text there in the stream.
KEVS.
KEVS, if you want to join. Oh, and Jacques here. Jacques' my other roommate. Hi, Jacques.
Hello, Jacques. That's a French name.
Isn't it? It's a great name. He's not French, but his name is very, mysterious. Jacques.
Where do you hail from, Jacques?
Georgia. I can answer that for him because he's my roommate, so I feel like that's okay. If you want to engage beyond just playing the game, if you want to actually respond and comment, whatever platform you're watching this on, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can leave a comment below, just like Mark did, boom, and it'll pop up here live on the air. So if you lose or you want to be sassy about the trivia game, that's where to do it. It's in the comments down below. Mark's now in the room. Okay, we got 2 more spots. Amy, better do that quick.
Be nice.
I don't know how. The thing I don't know about this, because I've never done this before, is if there's going to be lag or anything.
Oh, that could happen, but it's one of those things where it's like cross that bridge when you get there.
Yeah, let's figure it out. Well, I think let's give it a round and see. And
all right, you want me to You want me to click everybody's in?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's give it a shot and see what happens.
Let's get ready to rumble.
It's
Where's
almost
my...
midnight. We might as well.
Everybody's in. This is true. It's kind of great how time flies. Okay. Everybody.
Jack says he was trying to figure out the chat. It's hard, buddy. You leave a comment just like you normally leave a comment on a Facebook post or YouTube video. It is easy. I promise. I set this up as easy as possible. Our
What?
sponsors at IBMTV were very kind in giving me this platform to do.
Yeah.
So.
Remember patience and
Yes.
empathy
Yes.
for 2021.
Yeah, I support that. Sorry, you were asking a question. I cut you off.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
I asked Christina if she wanted to join. She's like, oh, I'm not camera ready.
I know. I was hoping Ashley and Sammy and Patrick would pop in, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Press this button to cancel game start. I pressed it. It looks like we do have a little bit of lag. Oh, 2. Ooh, is it like a really slow countdown? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like to be a little bit of lag. Come on, Jackbox TV. You got this. Well, Amy's gonna come back and be like, so y'all started without me? Wait. Can you hear me, Brandon? Troubleshooting. Sound check? I can't hear you. I'm gonna check my settings. Camera front, share this, audio, default speakers, default microphone array. My microphone says it's fine. Am I like muted for everybody? Can everybody hear me? No. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Should I leave and come back? It's lagging along.
This up on laptop number 2 if it works. This is what I get trying to do something complicated. We were doing fine when it came to just chatting. Now we're struggling.
Struggle
Okay, so
bud.
you can probably hear me there, which means I should turn this down here.
Yes,
so
I
that
can hear
don't
you.
get
The
an
only
echo.
thing is this
Okay, so
Jackbox
that's
game
down.
lag city.
This is way harder than it needs to be with the technology.
Technology,
Okay.
man.
And then let's see if I move this. This is what I get for overcomplicating stuff.
Listen, you
Starting
will never
2020 off great, huh?
right.
Okay. All right. That. Can you hear me now? Can I hear you?
I can hear you, yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I still can't hear you though, Miss Juanita.
Son of a monkey. Okay. I
I don't know
mean,
why.
let me see. What about now? No?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Our live stream is just turned into a series of us going, can you hear me? Can I hear you?
What?
Okay.
Who? Grandma?
Well, am I frozen? I feel like I'm totally frozen now.
You're lagging a little bit.
Well, I'm glad everyone can hear me. That's good. Not sure why you can hear me, but you can't hear Juanita. Also, not sure what happened to the game. I don't know where that went. It seems to not like me very much. Well, I suppose it's just me.
How's the audio now? Can everybody hear me? Blink twice for yes. All right. Well, since it's just me, I'll just go ahead and sing and entertain everybody. Should all... Okay, we're back. Yay! I didn't have to sing and entertain. Monkey! I can't hear you now. I can't hear you.
How's that?
There we go.
Okay. Great. So it just took a little bit of fussing around, but we got it sorted out. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's good. Now, before we get too far, let me just quit all this stuff so that.
See, I ended up, Jackbox TV disconnected me.
Okay, we can try that again.
Yeah. Now that we
Oh, man, I tell you what.
it's cool, we out here. Let go.
I know we're a half hour to New Year. This is really how 2020 has been going. I feel like.
Oh my God, Lord.
Emblematic of us.
Amy's back.
Amy's back. Amy,
And a cat butt.
A cat. Guess who's back?
you missed all the
So
fun.
apparently, it's been over a month since I have turned on my computer, so it doesn't. It does not want to connect to anything right now.
Oh boy, she booting back up. She's like Dave when he has to, wake up after do loading after days off.
It's taking a while. Well, we're at 7% battery though, so
Well, we're all having some technical difficulties here. So I'm with you.
We tried setting up the Jackbox.
You know what? I have an alternative. I actually found it when I was cleaning. It was from my Secret Santa on our first year on tour.
Oh my God.
Please hold.
Holding.
In the meantime,
pub quiz.
Oh, good.
Oh my God.
Are you gonna be the host?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
She's gonna be the host.
Either that or Spanky will do it. I haven't even opened this. It still has tape on it.
Oh my goodness.
I've switched machines now, so I'm gonna try to
We're
bring
doing
it up
old
over
school
here.
because
Yeah, that's the way to go.
It's like
Listen,
cellophane wrapped and everything in here.
New technology, old technology, that's where the magic happens.
Yep.
ASMR.
Of course, you got to be a rocket scientist to open it.
Well,
You've never opened it? It's brand new, huh?
Brand new.
Wow.
brand new.
Well, it probably never got open. It got stuck in my sewing bag, and when they took all of our stuff out of the crates, it just got tossed into a box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to figure out some way to get my puzzles from you, Amy.
Yeah.
Aww.
I have really cheap shipping from work now because I have Francis too.
That is true.
Yeah, so I get really cheap shipping through the bookstore. So if you want, I can
mail all the
ship
puzzles
things.
to Jersey.
Yes. I had so many cool puzzles. We had this puzzle. It was a 2,000 piece puzzle. Thomas Kincaid painting made into a puzzle from Disney or whatever. Now, usually those things go to the parks and it's like $40, $50. And you're like, holy wow. And I found it at the store for like $7. So I was
I
like,
took it to Meyer.
I didn't know what Meyer was. And now beautiful wonderland full of magical elves and fairies.
You moved from the bougie puzzles to the normal people puzzles.
Oh man, but we never did finish the puzzle. It was too hard. It was too hard.
It's all back in the box.
I will finish it, or
I
so
took
help
it out
me.
of the roll. It's on the box, ready to go to you.
I love you so much. I will compensate you.
So, Amy, do you want to explain the game we're going to play and the rules of the game?
Let's do this.
It's literally just a question and answer. That's all it is.
So we'll let you ask the question.
It's random trivia.
And can you see the answer, or are you going to be able to flip the card over or something to not see the answer?
No, there's 2 questions on each card, so the answers are right here in front of me. So
okay.
I can keep score if you want me to.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll see who's smarter, you or me.
Or somebody in the audience could be like, "Bam," and send out the answer before we could answer.
That's true. You can chat the answer to us.
What's up?
While we work on the Jackbox Steam stuff.
Let's go.
All right. So let's give it a shot. What's our first question?
You'll enjoy this one. In inches, how big is the diameter of a basketball hoop?
Who knows? Who cares?
36.
Oh God. How big is a basketball? Like that?
Well, something like that. The diameter, not the circumference, the diameter.
Oh,
So like across there.
Yeah, like across, not around.
yeah.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
say
us.
like
We don't even know what it is.
18 inches, maybe?
Yes,
Is that right?
it is.
I was off by 4.
Sport.
How many bones are there in the human body?
206.
Yes.
Wow.
Which country is also known as the Emerald Isle?
Ooh.
Ireland.
Australia. Oh.
No.
Oh.
I
It's an
would've
island.
got that one. How many sides does an octagon have?
8.
Ooh.
Tie. That was a tie.
Yeah, it was a tie.
That was a tie. That was a tie.
What are the first 4 digits of pi?
3.14.
3.14.
Shiza. No, 3.14.
5?
No.
3.149.
1.
Ha!
Dang it.
I was gonna say fork and whipped cream, but you know.
I like that. I like that better.
All right. In terms of both land area and population, what is the largest continent in the world?
Wait, combined? Like, what's got the biggest land area and the biggest
And
population?
population.
Well, China's got the biggest population, right? Biggest land
Yeah,
area is
oh,
probably
continent, not country, continent.
continent.
The whole continent.
Oh. Well, the European continent probably, or the Asian continent maybe.
Yes.
Asia. Yeah,
Asia. Okay.
that makes sense. I was gonna say India, but yeah.
It had to be one.
Yeah, you probably haven't been to Japan. They're when they shove you back into a train, they aren't kidding. They do that.
Mark got the question right. It's Asia too. So he's
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, Mark.
Oh, that was just too easy.
Well, you know, it took me a bit, so.
No. The card I just put down, I'm like, no, that's like kindergarten now.
Well, are you smarter than a 5th grader?
I'll ask you that after you finish the bottle of wine.
It's a big one, girl. You're gonna be waiting a bit.
Marie's back. All right.
Marie.
Pain in my butt.
Ooh.
We gotta wait for the
Restart,
chipmunk
and it's
moment to pass.
started to update my phone. So
Wow, so you got a triple whammy. Well, Amy's hearing chipmunks for a moment, but while she hears chipmunks, I'll explain. We're doing a trivia game. Amy's the referee, so she's been asking questions, and Juanita she's winning for sure.
By 1.
To see who's smarter. So here we go. Also, people who are watching at home, I know we haven't gotten Jackbox running yet. We're still trying. I don't know if we'll get there before midnight, but leave a comment in the chat if you know the answer too. So we'll let Miss Amy take it away here.
Which planet is closest to the sun?
Mercury.
Mercury?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
In what city would you find the Acropolis?
Athens.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting scowled at by Marie.
We were all getting scowled at by Marie. Marie, you're lagging. It looks hilarious every time you're playing things. I'm out.
What sport used the term home run long before baseball?
My answer is not appropriate for a family-friendly New Year's Eve show.
Lol.
No.
Home run.
What sports? Cricket?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
That's good. That's a good one. Marie.
Marie, you're my hero.
Oh, I miss you, Marie. Which
I miss
Indian
all of you.
city do Bollywood films come from?
Which what cities?
Which Indian city do Bollywood films come from?
New Delhi.
No. Well, the dogs know the answer.
Yeah. They said somebody's walking around.
Bangladesh.
Go,
No.
Okay.
I don't know that many Indian cities.
Go. Well,
You give
write
up?
down then.
What letter does it start with?
M.
Oh, Mark says Mumbai.
Yeah, Mark's right.
Oh, that makes
Mark.
Mark,
Good job,
Mark.
Mark.
Mark. All right.
racking up points, Mark. Racking up points.
This is funny how a lot of these are travel based since that's what we did.
Yeah, that's funny.
What city was formerly known as Saigon?
No,
It's the whole musical set there.
literally.
Formerly known? What was it before Saigon?
Myanmar? No.
Or what? It was Saigon and now it's like Burma.
Now it's something else. Son of a monkey.
What is Saigon now?
Oh.
Where it's
You were
Mark?
close, Juanita.
oh, Mark's got it.
Mark's
Oh,
got it.
Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh is a person.
Is that right?
It's Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh City. Wow.
God dang it.
When you said son of a monkey, I'm like, actually, that sounds really close.
She went there.
That's impressive. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Mark, I had no idea. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Clueless.
Rosh Hashanah is a festival celebrated in which religion?
Jewish religion.
Yep. Judaism.
That I should know exactly what Judaism is. That's the word. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, oh man.
All right. What does the E stand for in email?
Electronic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marie and I tied. We tied, Marie. We're on it.
What is the capital city of Norway?
Oslo?
Uh-huh. The most expensive city ever.
Is Oslo?
Yes.
Is that a fact or is that just your
No,
experience?
that's a fact.
Okay.
So when we were there,
True.
a value meal at Burger King was $20.
It's expensive.
It is. We went to the bar one night. We had fish and chips, wings, and 2 beers, and our bill was $85.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Why is it so expensive? Because people there make a lot of money or it's an island?
They
Like,
make a
what?
lot more money there, yeah.
I want to move there. You think they're hiring?
If you don't
I
like the
know.
cold, you're not going to deal with Norway real well.
I can speak a little bit of
Yeah.
Danish. Are you ready for this?
Go.
If you're watching from anywhere in Scandinavia, I'm sorry. I can say, this is all I know how to say. Hey, hur mår du? Och vill gå på en date. Jag 25 gammal.
You're asking somebody out on a date?
Thank you. Yes. Hi, my name is Brandon.
Of course, that's what you would know.
Would you like to go on a date with
That's
me?
the
I'm
phrase he would know.
25. But I'm actually 26. I just don't know how to say the next. You know.
I don't know how to say that yet. So
So, whenever I'm in Sweden
choose
or
your own adventure,
Denmark,
it's fine.
I'm always 25.
actually, I'm gonna take a leaf out of your book. Now, every time I travel, I need to learn how to say that. Hey, my name is Juanita. Want to go on a date? I am 29 years old. That's
Yes,
what I
you
gotta
have to
learn.
be careful who you ask because Nako, who was in the chat earlier and was yelling at us to drink tequila, he taught me when we went to Spanish-speaking countries how to say what I thought was "nice to meet you. Would you like to go out sometime?" And it translated to something very dirty. I would like to eat
Not
something that's physically attached to another person's body. So you have to be careful who teaches you those phrases.
No. I'm gonna go on Google Translate. And I would rather be slightly grammatically incorrect than say, Mama may
Lo que hay que Gracias. No.
I'm sure there's like websites that'll teach you like dating around the world. BuzzFeed's probably got some. Maybe I should do a
Babbel.
series here on
You
IBMTV.
should do a series. You should totally
Yeah.
do a series. Oh my goodness, for your
don't-
show, and ask
Yeah.
all of your friends from around the world. We're like, all right, how? But like legit, not some shady stuff. You know.
So if you're watching, subscribe to my channel now because you never know. We might start dating around the world. Marie and I might get married.
Yeah. Can I be your flower girl?
I'm ordained.
Yes. Okay, but you got to be you be the minister. You be the flower girl.
I can alter dresses.
Wait, which one of us is wearing the dress?
Both. Duh.
Who says
Oh.
you both can't?
Okay, good. So
I can
we're
do my
about.
own, and
Yeah,
Amy
you
can
see?
do yours. It's fine.
Ooh, but if you're gonna do your own, well, you can't do your own wedding dress. I feel like that's like a lot. It's your you should celebrate and revel, and you don't want to work.
But it's not work if it's something that you enjoy and you're doing it for yourself. You know, it's
And
not
if
like
you're just gonna judge how someone else does it, not worth it.
there you go, because you're gonna be like, oh, this seam right here next to my rib, I'm gonna.
Or if you have to tailor it yourself because you don't like the way they, adjusted it.
You know what? I was going through my closet and found my old prom dresses. And I
Mark
put
is
them
gonna give
into-
you away.
If you people watching, if you don't know Mark is one of my friends from IBMTV who are sponsoring today's episode. And before we get to midnight, I'll have to say one more time, thanks to the folks at IBMTV for supporting today's show, our New Year's Eve special. If you are running out of content on your Netflix queue, you can hop on over to IBMTV.tv. That's their website for 62 different TV shows that are broadcast live every week to 122 different countries. They've got everything from news to politics to travel to sports to food, medical marijuana, informational episodes. So lots of great content. So as you're at home enjoying a socially distant New Year's and you're ready to watch some new stuff, you can go on over and watch there. But Mark is from there. Mark is a radio guy, an old radio guy. So he hosts a couple of shows on IBM TV with all the stars, really, of the Carolinas. He's got some great connections. So we're about 10 minutes to midnight. We'll see another 5 minutes. Winner takes all of trivia. Yeah.
Shiza, let's go.
Okay.
Marie's fan is now competing.
Sorry.
All right, Anne.
And it's gonna win.
It's gonna win. It's your biggest fan.
Why do those always get me?
I
Why?
know that joke really blew you away.
I know. You remember that time you jumped out of that box and scared me?
I feel like I did that more than once.
You got me one good time.
I
And
think I got
nobody
you.
has scared me like that since.
I think I got you a couple times, but there was one really good time. But I think I got you a couple times.
Almost.
I was actually telling a story about you earlier about when we were in Colombia doing a loadout, and it just all went down the gutter. It was
like it does every time.
Well, we had a lot of like people in multiple roles. I
Was
don't want
this
it's
the
a live
last
stream,
city?
so this was the last city. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I know it's hard to tell some of these stories on a live stream because there's people watching, and I've got little heart emoticons and like emoticons. I don't want to say anything mean, but Blaine does. Blaine says that that's his favorite prank because he wants to say something mean.
Mean or
I'm sorry,
scary?
Blaine. We were gonna do maybe another live stream. I'll figure out how to get the Jackbox trivia set up right so that you can actually all play with us. But anyway, we'll do another few minutes of trivia, and then we'll count on to midnight, and I'll pop some champagne.
Pop champagne.
I can't shake it too much. I don't want to.
Don't do that.
No, don't break the camera.
I literally have wires all over me. So
Girl, you better point that at the wall at the corner.
I know. I'm gonna point it back. I would point it back that way, but there's like an LED strip back here to make that blue. So
Well,
we got everything. Anyway, all right. We
All
got
right,
another
ready?
few minutes of trivia. Winner takes all. Keeping score. If you're playing at home, play along by commenting the answer if you get it before us.
All right. What is Canada's national animal?
Moose?
No.
It's not a moose?
No,
goose?
it's not.
Goose?
I'm surprised too.
What else would it be? What's a really apologetic animal?
What'd you say?
The beaver.
It sure is.
It's a beaver?
It's a
Yes!
beaver. It's a
Canada
beaver.
was built on the beaver trade.
Damn it! Get it? Get it?
Wait, we're
Damn
doing.
it!
Listen,
Oh,
listen.
it's a good thing he's 1,200 miles away.
Listen, to the people at IBMTV, I wasn't swearing. I was making a joke.
BAM. Happy New Year's Eve,
New Year's Eve, bro buffet.
Bro buffet.
He's
That's
the bro version.
we like that. We like that.
Okay, next question.
Okay. How many pints are there in a gallon?
Pints?
Yeah.
4.
No.
No, it's
No,
4
16.
quarts to a gallon.
Yeah.
What did you
How
say,
many
Marie?
pints are in a quart?
2.
Mm-hmm. So how many pints are in a gallon?
8.
There you
That.
Team effort.
Listen, I became an
That's the
actor, so I
question.
didn't have to do math. All right.
go.
Blaine also got that question right. So we'll just give 1 point to everybody for that one.
There you go.
All right. Next question.
I would have no clue. What is the name of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's firstborn child?
Northwest.
Yeah.
I'm okay that I don't know that answer.
I'm a little sad at how aggressively I answered that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northwest.
All right, Brandon, let's see how good your foreign languages are.
Oh boy.
Mittwoch is the German word for which day of the week?
Wednesday.
It is.
I didn't know that. And my best friend is German.
I
I took 6
know
years
that
of German. I
a
actually
very
remember that.
bad reason.
For a mad reason, it sounds like a story.
A very bad reason.
Bad
Yeah.
reason.
Not a family friendly sponsored New Year's Eve special story.
Got it. Got it. For the next live stream after we figure out Jackbox. Got you.
Right.
Oh,
yes.
this one's interesting. Which was the first European country to give all women the vote?
It was in Denmark.
France had a revolution pretty early.
Yeah, but that was all like political. No, it wasn't about women's rights at all. It
It
was
was somewhere in Scandinavia, probably, because they had like women Vikings.
Germany,
No,
Sweden.
Italy.
no, you were closer with your first guess.
Really? Is it in like Western Europe or Eastern Europe?
Hungary.
It's cold.
Austria.
Cold. Well, we
Finland.
know it's not.
Yeah, Marie's got it.
Finland. Ah,
Finland, Finland.
Good
Sorry,
for you,
Spamalot
Marie.
pops into my head. Mount Elbert is the highest peak in which mountain range? It's in the
I don't-
U.S.
I don't know, but I know what a Prince
Rocky.
Albert is.
Yeah, the Rockies.
The only whole mountain range we got.
Which famous illusionist died on Halloween in 1926?
Harry
Okay.
Houdini.
Yep,
Did he die on Halloween?
on Halloween.
That's gnarly, bro. Everyone
Wow.
wants to do a seance on Halloween next year. I mean, this year.
How has Ryan Murphy not made a movie out of that? Harry Houdini died
Right?
on Halloween. It sounds like a Ryan Murphy film.
It does. Yeah. Maybe you should make a call to Mr. Murphy. He'd like,
Hello, Mr. Murphy. This is that homeless guy from Florida wearing a leather jacket on a live stream. I have a movie idea. Mark
Craig
also got that right.
The song Luck Be a Lady features in which musical?
Guys and dolls.
Yep.
that was all you, Bryn.
Can I tell you how it's a good song, but it is so problematic in the 2020 era? Because the whole premise of the song is luck be a lady, stay here with the fella you came in with. You showed up with me, so you have to stay with me.
Mm.
So the whole song is like, well, you can't make your own life decisions. Anyway. Go feminist.
What? What does a phlebotomist extract from the human body?
I'm sorry, what?
Blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
What
you
is
for
it
not making me
called?
say that again.
A
Phlebotomist.
A plumbotomist?
Phlebotomist.
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 What? What is it, a syringe?
No, it's
Don't be shy, Marie. There's only like 1,000 people watching. on like 6
It's
different
somebody
social
who
media
takes
channels.
your blood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Their
person.
title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a
not-
machine.
No. It's
Bring
person.
them to the bottom of it.
Bottom.
Turn it on.
Okay.
Uh,
In what city would you find the Red Square?
oh,
No,
Russia.
Moscow.
What city?
Moscow.
There you go,
Oh.
Moscow.
Point to Juanita. Point to Juanita. All right, fair enough.
In which country would you find Mount Sinai?
I should know this.
Monkey. Greece.
No.
Oh, it's
Switzerland.
no, it's Middle Eastern because it's in the Bible.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Lebanon?
Egypt?
No. Jordan.
No.
Turkey.
Saudi Arabia.
Are we close geographically?
Yeah.
What else is around there? Turkey, Israel,
Jerusalem.
China, Egypt.
There you go. I
Ah!
don't know who said that first. In what city would you find Bondi Beach?
Ooh.
Phuket?
No.
California somewhere?
You're on the wrong part of the globe.
Both of us are Asia
Australia.
and the US?
No.
Is it? It's not in Asia. It's not in the US. Wrong part of the
Nope.
globe. So it's got to be in
Is it in Australia?
the Indian Ocean. It's Australia.
Queensland.
No.
That's not a city. Is that a city?
Sydney.
Yeah, Marie's got it.
Sydney.
Yeah. The most famous city in Australia.
In Greek mythology, who was the god of the sea?
Poseidon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to put one down. Everybody got that one. What is a baby whale known as?
Brandon. No, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
A calf.
Yeah.
Is it a
Yeah.
calf? Really?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Wow, a calf whale.
Which sign of the zodiac is represented by twins?
Gemini.
Yeah, it was all too fast. Okay. Pip was a character in which Charles Dickens novel?
Great Expectations.
Yeah.
Out my mouth. Took it out.
Competitive. I'm competitive. We'll fist fight later.
Let's go. I'll still beat you. Still.
I'll throw my fist all the way to Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's like 2 minutes till.
Oh, good. Okay, last question, and then we'll see what the tally is.
Okay.
I have not been keeping count.
In what country would you find the Blue Lagoon?
Oh.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Marie.
Oh, okay.
Well, Brandon and Juanita are tied at 10,
We're tied?
and Mark has 3, and Marie has 5.
Okay. So we should do, if we're tied, we should do a winner take all. But to make it fair for the people in the chat, we should have I'll count to 5. So if there's any lag, they all have a chance to type in their answer. None of us can look at the chat.
Except my mother is calling me right now.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's on the TV too.
How close is it? What's the exact
It's like
time?
It's
a minute or
11:59.
less.
Where's my champagne?
Brandon, why aren't you ready?
What?
I said, why weren't you ready?
I know, I should have been
He was wrapped
prepared.
up in the game.
So we're on 11:59, last bit of 2020. What, in one word, what are you hoping for in 2021, Marie?
A job for the summer.
Okay.
Just saying. So I'm not going to be back here in Arkansas.
That's a fair thing to ask for. Amy?
6, 5.
Ooh,
Oh, hey, it's midnight.
it's midnight. Whoa! Okay,
It's
wait, hang on.
Here.
Let me.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, everything's dropping. Let me tell you, I'm so behind. I wasn't ready at all. Oh
Dropping and
man!
popping there.
Wait, whatever
I'm
you're doing
an
right
hour
at
behind
midnight.
Brandon, so it's okay.
Whatever you're doing right at midnight is what's going to happen to you for the rest of the year. So I'm just gonna. Now I'm stressed.
Laugh and smile. Laugh and smile. There you go. There you go.
I got so stressed there for a minute. I thought, what am I going to be doing for the rest of the year? It's certainly not struggling with the basket on a bottle of champagne. Maybe, I don't know. All right, if I listen, there's a lot of electronics around.
We wish you luck.
Thank you.
I flinch away like I'm gonna get hit by it. Like
I know.
like
We need that on an instant replay, please. Slow motion preferred.
I'm so sorry, everybody watching at home. I just blew out your eardrums. So your first trip of 2021 is to the doctor's.
at least we didn't lose an eye from being anywhere near him.
Oh God, that scared me way more than anybody else. Holy
Stop, didn't I? I missed it. Dang it.
Oh God.
Did you miss his squeal?
I may have missed the squeal.
Oh,
That's
You'll-
the best
you'll have
part of
to
your
go
new
back in that later.
2021.
Nuts.
I hope there's like a limiter on it because I screamed so loud. I scared the crap
Happy
off
New Year,
myself. I don't know where the
2021,
cork went.
y'all.
I don't even know where the cork went. Happy New Year, 2021. Hey,
Hey,
everybody,
I don't see comments. It's fine. It's only 11 o'clock here.
on the count of 3, we're gonna yell Jumanji because
Let's
we need
go.
to reset it all. Ready?
we don't have much to lose.
1, 2, 3, Jumanji!
Yes! Guys,
Uh,
I love you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on here. Next time you do a live stream, let me know. I am down to be part of your testing Jackbox crew, test run thing. So let me know for that. I got to go celebrate with the peeps upstairs and cause some havoc. So much love. I can't wait to see y'all again. Wow.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
A lot more better than 2020.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
We love you. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Oh my gosh. It is here. It is 2021, officially on the East Coast. And I tell you what, I'm already feeling better. I'm feeling a little bit better, a little bit more optimistic, and a little bit more hopeful. And it's mainly because the cork from that bottle of champagne somewhere in this room. And I hope you all have good health insurance because I just blew out everybody's eardrums at home watching. So
Got that expensive Cobra.
I know, look out. Look out.
Well, I've already laughed more than I have probably since March, so that's a good start.
That's good. We're going to have to do this again.
Yes.
And I would love both of you to come back. We're going to figure out how to do trivia, live trivia with the audience. That's the next big thing. So we'll get there. Thanks, Ankit. Happy New Year to you too. And yes, next time we do this, we'll have a little bit of trivia, fun stuff, other things like that. So I'd love both of you to come back. We'll do this more often. If you're watching at home and you would like to see more, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching on my YouTube channel. If you're not, you should be watching my YouTube channel. Go subscribe. We'll do stuff like this all the time. Lots of content, lots of things for you to watch, you to enjoy. You can also hop on over to thebrandonscott.com for more great online digital media content. And thanks again to our sponsor for tonight's broadcast, IBMTV.tv. Lots of great content over there. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, successful, thrilling 2021. And I'll